You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Hello Sport Podcast, home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. Back on a Monday. Don't know the date. Sorry, guys. You know what? If you come here for a calendar, then that's your own problem. Now, Eddie, what are you pointing at, mate? Were you pointing at God there? What was that? You were
No,
pointing
I'm saying it's the 1st of August.
Oh, 1st of August.
Yep.
Happy
Horses'
birthday to
birthdays.
my dad.
Happy birthday to Papa Sims.
Chilton Simpson, one of the greats all time.
Yeah.
He 60 odd.
You don't even know his age?
Yeah, he's 65. He looks 55.
He does look
He's
good.
in great nick.
Yeah.
Tank
water.
He'll be beaming here and that. Yeah, tank water. And he just gets after it in the gym, mate. Shout out to my mum, whose birthday was yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So there's birthdays coming out the ass. And shout out to Tim, father-in-law, whose birthday was on Friday.
And shout out to my brother, whose birthday it was last Tuesday, I think, and I forgot to mention it. Happy birthday to Will. And friend of the show, Hamish Street, who was Wednesday.
That's right. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
If we're on it, can I shout out my brother for getting
No.
engaged? on the
No, I don't
weekend?
think so.
Sorry,
Oh,
don't
come
know
on.
that was.
Birthdays happen every year. He
Hold
just got
on,
engaged.
Don't know that was.
Shout out to
I'm
Jake.
not so sure.
Love you
I
and
don't even think
Zoe.
we'd introduced him yet, and he just fucking, he
Well, I
just
just told
blares
Eddie
in
the
like a
dates.
fucking foghorn over there.
No. Not about you. And not
about
about your
us.
brother. It's about me and Tom,
It's our show. It's our thing.
our loved ones. I don't know your brother. But, you know, happy birthday to him, I suppose.
Yeah. Happy birthday, your brother. How old was he?
He got engaged. But
Oh, okay. So well.
So not even the fucking same
Not
thing.
even
Not even a
fucking
birthday.
fair, eh, that he got engaged. Or
Yeah.
Mushin got engaged. Shout out to Mushin.
Oh, shout out to Mushin. He got engaged.
He got engaged.
yeah, shout
eh?
out Mushin. Really happy for you, bro.
Fuck.
Well, Mushin's a dear friend.
Yeah, Mushin's a fucking dear friend. I've never met your brother. I've met Mushin plenty of times. But shout out to your brother, Dave, but mainly to Mushin.
Mostly to like 99%.
Yeah, 99% Mushin, 1% Dave's brother,
That's
Jake.
it.
Yep.
There you go.
Jake. Jake the Snake.
Yep. Not a birthday.
Not a birthday. Not relevant. Getting bogged down. The old man's birthday, 65 years. Get after it, bruh.
Yep. Where are we? It's a Monday, bit rainy, shock horror.
1st of August.
1st of
last
August,
day, last
month of winter.
Yep.
We've pushed through, just not to beat my own dick, which is something I'm saying a lot recently, and I apologise. I basically have gone the entire winter, punters and dribblers, on cold showers. And I just, you know.
It's impressive. It's impressive.
If you have psoriasis,
That's me clapping my knee.
like, look at my leg, dude. You've seen how fucked my legs get.
Oh, no. It's fucking
Cold showers.
It's changed your life.
Shout out to Charlie from Pilot for fucking getting me onto that. And I think David Goggins on him. Dude, I'm sick of winter now. Like, I get excited for it. I think that's the beauty of the seasons, and we've probably said this, but I get excited when they come. I'm now fucking over winter, and I'm looking forward to spring and hay fever and ponies and fucking sneezing in my eyes.
Mate, I'm ready for fucking rosé. I'm ready to fucking take the
dude.
lid off. I'm ready to fucking get fruity out in that sun, baby.
I'm ready for, like, not... Because spring is usually not criminally hot. It's just hot enough to... lid off, buttons undone, rosé in hand, sipping. Oh, it might even be enough to drop a cube of ice in there just to keep it.
Oh, you can cube up.
Yeah.
I'll cube up in winter. It's the heat's not oppressive, but it's not freezing cold.
No.
My courtyard in the backyard, Tom, is courtyard in the backyard. The courtyard out the back.
I get what you're trying
There's
to
a
say.
big wall on the northern side, which has meant that in the winter months, there's no sun in that courtyard, baby. So what did I do? Downloaded this fucking app that shows you where the sun's going to be at certain points of the year. Not much longer before that sun starts to creep into that courtyard,
Oh,
baby.
really? The sun's starting to
Oh, fuck yeah. And then by like mid to late October, it's going to be drenched all day. So I'll be fucking lit off, just bathed. You'll come over. You'll take your lid off.
Oh, God, yeah, dude.
We'll get on the piss.
You know what? I'm actually...
We'll go down to our beautiful fish place. We'll get some oysters and sashimi.
I still don't know the name of that. Steph asked me all the time.
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus? Or
It's
Nostradamus?
not, no, I think it's just Nostradamus.
It is the greatest. I don't want to get fucking, Now it's going to be swamped because we've said it. It's
I
going
had,
to
I,
sell
put
out.
it this way: I had sushi, I had sashimi on Saturday night. 8 pieces of tuna, $24. You and I get 40 each.
Yeah, I know.
For fucking 30.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best price fish, best deal, best value for just raw tuna.
I'm not joking, punters and dribbles.
No. Like
80
seriously,
pieces of delicious tuna sashimi.
that just melts in your mouth.
in your mouth for fucking $30.
It's like a mini fish market. Like, it's all refrigerated. It's fucking freezing in there. You got to bring your puffers if you're going in. Seriously. Right next to a meat emporium as well. It's the bee's knees. But what I was going to say, because you're talking about lid off, obviously, you know, I am not in 2021, Nick, late 2021, where I lost a bit. I've actually put on a bit, but I'm commencing a keto diet for a period of time. I have no idea. I haven't even looked it up. I just know basically what I can eat.
Why? What's the keto diet all about?
I just think it's like
Is this
no carbs, sugar. So it's like just meat and
no sugar?
no.
How's that going?
Well, it's been one day. And I desperately wanted chocolate last night.
The keto. Why are you on the keto?
Can you
Where's
just
the
look up
keto come
specific? I honestly, there was very little thought into it, except that on Saturday I had one of the great gluttonous days in terms of, like, you know, you eat,
from? Yep.
then you maybe have a gummy, and then your body tricks you into thinking you're hungry again, but you're not, but you think you are, and then you eat again, and then there's chocolate in the cupboard, and you eat that as well, and then maybe you have some of the leftover tacos you had for lunch, and before you know it, I'm Augustus Gloop, but instead of a chocolate river, it's Mexican food inside me with some chocolate, and I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck's wrong with me? So I woke up on Sunday, went to the toilet a few times, cleared myself out, went for a run, came back, and I said, I'm keto now. Steph's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, it was a feeling I had on the run. Daddy's
a feeling? Or is it like a, what's that word?
premonition.
Like a premonition.
Well, I don't know about premonition.
Well, not a premonition,
I mean, you
but
could
like an
call anything a
awakening?
premonition. I see myself having breakfast, and then I have breakfast. But it was just like, I think a mate of mine said that if he went on it for like a couple of weeks and he shed some kgs, and I just want to shed some kgs. I think if I don't have structure in my life, I'm just fucking all at sea. I make bad decisions.
Yeah, you're a structure-based guy.
I need to have some strict guidelines in place so that I can go, this is all you can eat, and this is what you have to do.
Because otherwise, you know, on the way out of Koo, having enjoyed a delicious meal, it's brownie time.
Yeah.
Then you nip upstairs. What's that Kit Kat Chunky looking at?
Oi, what are you looking
What are
at?
you looking
Kit Kat
at, bruh?
Chunky through the window of the vending machine.
You looking at me, bruh?
You got a fucking problem, bro?
You looking at me, bruh?
Oh, Eddie, I think that Kit Kat Chunky's fucking eyeing me off.
Get the fucking card out. Get that prick out.
Yeah, I'm
here.
going to get it out of here.
Boom. And then you're face to face. And then, you know,
Who
you're to
wins?
and from,
Obviously,
bang.
I win against
Well,
Kit
obviously,
Kat
you get the
Chunky.
W. Obviously. Kit Kat Chunkies, look, they pretend like they're a big tough guy and they
All go.
make you work for it,
Yeah.
but they don't get that many W's.
They might. I tell you the time a Kit Kat Chunky will get a W over you is when maybe like a shard of Chunky comes off and like jabs into your gum as you're trying to just mouth the bastard.
Well, that's just he's just slipped one through the gate. You
Yes.
know what I mean? You've taken a hit, but you're not bested.
No, he knows. It's like, you know, the front line or whatever. It's like the human shield. He knows he's losing, but as long as he can take out a couple of my guys, it's like a moral victory that he's making me bleed.
Yeah. So when as he's dying, i.e. digesting, he's thinking about the W. He
At
got upstairs.
least I cut his gums up.
At least I got those gums. That's a Kit Kat Chunky for you.
Hmm.
Brave in defeat.
Dave, what can I eat on keto diet?
So the point of a keto diet is low carbohydrate, high fat. And it's a kind of like way to almost trick your body into not burning carbs, but burning fat instead. I'll get up a thing of what you can eat here. Can you see that?
Cannot see it.
Okay, we'll try again.
Okay, meat, poultry, good. Fish, yep. What's eggs 1 mean?
Well, so this is amount of grams of carbs per 100 grams of this. So the lower number, the better.
Oh, okay, so eggs got carbs. I pounded some of them yesterday. It's disappointing to know. Good to know you can eat cheese.
But still, these
You
lower
had cheese
numbers
on your
good.
eggs yesterday, so I assumed you knew that.
Goat's cheese. I assumed it was okay, but I didn't know how bad because I even said in the photo, I go, I may have already fucked something
Yeah, I
up
know.
here.
I actually thought to myself, the only thing I can eyeballing this, the only thing I think that may be a no-go is the cheese. So I Googled it.
So what the fuck? I basically it's just meat. Meat and seafood.
And cheese.
Yeah, but they've got ones. Eggs got ones. Avo. I thought Avo was play on. 1 to 5.
These are still good. Like, one is still
part of the
good.
Still part of the diet.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better because I was like, oh, this is way
But yeah,
more
so I think
restrictive
you
than
want to
thought.
avoid like bread,
Yeah.
rice, pasta, all those carbs. And the reason it's called a keto diet is because when your body burns the fat instead of the carbs, it turns it into some molecule called ketones.
Yes.
So your body goes through ketosis. There you go. Bit
I
of
like
science
that.
for you.
Yeah, no, I like that. Well,
So
listen,
basically, like this, the Italians wouldn't like this diet.
I mean, they wouldn't be mad at it. Fucking seafood, meat, cheese.
No, but they eat a lot of pasta, Tom's mate.
Pasta, pizza,
I
all the
apologize.
breads. Yeah.
That's going to be the hardest thing for me.
No gelato.
I don't know. But what's the thing I don't know is like, can you check what alcohol is
Okay.
allowed? Is that like if I get into the say ketosis or whatever, if I have one thing that's outside of it, does it like start again?
Right.
Do you need to get into some sort of state?
To the tocotic effects? Are they reduced?
Chicotic.
Ketotic.
Yeah. That's like, I don't know. So it's a tough one.
Okay, here we go. So you want to avoid carbs. So if you're drinking straight spirits, like rum, vodka, gin, tequila, whiskey, all contain no carbs if you're drinking them straight up. But if you're going to be pounding back a lot of beers, that's going to have a lot of carbs.
No. Well, unless it's a bloke in a bar. But, I mean, even Kempy, who I know is on a diet of purely Uncle Toby's muesli bars, he knows that, sometimes I've got to just get clean and I have to detox off the blokes.
Well, he can respect your decision based on where you're at.
Me and my brother-in-law crushed maybe 6 each on the weekend when they came around.
Blokes.
Yeah. Crushed them in the hot. Well, not the hot, in just the lovely Australian afternoon sun.
Beautiful day on Saturday.
Yeah, it
Gorgeous day for crushing blokes.
Yeah.
Not an ad.
No, not an ad, but not an ad. But I was, me and the brother-in-law bonding over a couple of blokes.
Cute, mate.
Yeah.
So is this to curb your erratic eating behaviour, or do you need to shed some kilos for the marathon?
Both. I mean, I need to shed kilos for the marathon, and my running's now had to change because of my knee, just like my schedule. So I'm not getting after it as much or for as long. But I just need to, like, as I said, structure. Daddy needs structure. If Daddy doesn't have structure, then Daddy's all at sea. Daddy fucking literally eating tacos until like 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday, as well as chocolates that he bought from the cafe across the road. In his mind, for his daughter, didn't give her one, ate them all. Ate them all. She didn't even see them. She didn't even know they existed. Bought them for Evie. I had them.
Yeah, well,
So,
they're looking at you wrong.
yeah. I mean, that's half the problem, right? That's half the problem.
Well, all the best with that, Tom. I don't
Thank
know.
you so much.
I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. Like, I'm proud of you, obviously. I just don't know what level of commitment you're going to show to this whole ketosis thing.
Yeah.
Whether you've got the stones to go through with it, whether sugar will claim another victim.
I think I'm all right.
Sugar, the most addictive substance on the planet. I don't know if we've mentioned that before.
But it actually is, though.
It's fucked.
It actually is. When we got those sugar baby lolly jars or whatever the thing was called, like, we could not get away from it.
Couldn't get away from it.
Could not get away from it.
I went into Woolies Metro the other day to get tea bags, and I walked out with fruit and nut, the biggest bag of Maltesers they had, in a Yogo mix.
Dude, that's crack addict level.
That's
like
crack addict
That's
shit.
like you didn't even just get one thing. Well, they were looking at you wrong, I'm assuming.
They were looking at me wrong.
Yeah.
I walked through the aisle, didn't need to, but I thought, mate, I'll just walk down this aisle just in case.
Well,
I
it's
knew
also
what
about
I knew what I was
speed.
doing.
Yeah.
I'm just telling myself fibs, punters
Yeah.
and dribblers, lies. The tea bags aren't in the chocolate aisle. And I'd already got the tea bags, and I had them on my hand, and I was like, I knew I needed milk, but I thought to myself, I might just wander down here, see what's about. Fruit and nut, $2.50.
That's a good deal.
Thank you very much. The Maltesers, once I saw them, I couldn't unsee them, and
Yeah. Well, they were looking at you, dude. Once you saw
price
them looking
didn't
at
matter.
you.
Then I went back and got the milk, and whip round into the chocolate yogurt aisle, and there they are, lined up, staring at me.
Yeah.
This Metro, I've been over it before, but they just, whoever's stacking those cupboards, those fridges, shelves, has got a love affair for Yogo mixes because they are front and center at eye line, and there's heaps of them.
Right.
So what's a man to do?
You were like, this is where I wonder whether, you know, when people say like, there's like theologians out there, I don't know if that's correct word, philosophers maybe, but who think that we don't actually have free will. Like, were you always going in there to buy fruit and nut Maltesers and Yogo mix, despite the fact there were tea bags? Like, there was no, that's why sometimes when I like come out of a store with chocolate and I had no intention of doing it, I'm like, was I always going to do that? And like, I just, in the back of my mind knew it, but I didn't know it.
I think part of you always knows what's up. That's what I think. I think that we tell each other lies every day. And that's just another example. Like, was it about the tea bags? It's a nice story. We tell each other,
yeah.
you know, oh, mum and dad will like a cup of tea when they're over, so I better go get some tea bags.
Yeah.
It's a nice story. I can wrap it up.
Yeah.
If I get hit up on the street by someone, what are you doing? I'm off to get tea bags. My parents are down. I can sell that yarn at the markets.
Yeah.
But underneath all of that is disguising a darker truth.
Yeah.
And that truth is that I have a sugar problem. It's not a bad one. Like, if you eyeball me on the street, you go, that guy's in pretty good nick.
He's all right.
He's all right. It's not falling
apart.
It's not killing him.
No.
But he knows
He's got a problem.
that he's got a problem.
Yeah. He can't say no to it.
He can't say no to it. And that's also why he bought a bag instead of carrying it all the way up the hill, because
You don't want people to see it.
I don't want people to see it.
No, dude, that's 100%.
I want to hide it from the world.
Or like, I'll jam the bag of M&Ms into a jacket pocket.
Well, they need to be hidden.
You can't walk around with that. Otherwise, it's like, oh, there's a guy that has no self-control.
There's a guy with no self-control. There's a guy carrying tea bags, the biggest bag of Maltesers they sell, fruit and nut, and a Yogo mix.
Yeah, like when...
you don't want to be caught red-handed with a Yogo mix at 10:30 in the morning on a Saturday,
no.
do you?
But also, like, the fact that you got 3 different types of naughties.
Yeah.
As opposed to, okay, I'm getting one naughties.
No, there was many naughties.
There was it was a bag of naughties
Yeah.
with some tea bags in there.
Again, if I'm like, oh, I've got fruit and nut, obviously that's going to pair nicely with the tea bags I have.
Yes.
But once you start to cross that line and you start going multiples,
And also, like,
especially a chocolate yogurt
Yogo mix. That's what I mean, because you can sell as well. If you are at the markets trying to sell this thing, you go, family's coming around, bit of fruit and nut to have a little nibble on for everyone, maybe just pick it a Maltese. We'll put it in a bowl. We'll leave it out. It'd be really nice.
Well, that's exactly right. You put it in a bowl because then it classes it up
It
a bit.
classes up the whole whole affair. But when you start bringing home solo Yogo mixes, there's no way to spin that. No one's sharing that Yogo mix with you.
No one. A Yogo mix has never been shared in the history of Yogo mixes. You can't share them. They're a singular delicacy.
Yeah. They're to be enjoyed by yourself.
They're single use.
On the toilet, in tears.
It's a single use plastic.
Yeah. Well, it also tastes like plastic. Like, I get it, they're nice, but they don't taste natural.
No, they don't. No, we've been over it many, many times, and I'm going to sit here and lie and say that it does taste natural. But am I a sucker for them? Yes, I am. It's funny as well, just back to what you said earlier, whereby if there's family over or friends, you'll class chocolate up by putting it in a bowl.
Chocolate
just changes it.
It
Like
does.
you are, if I was to bring out fruit and nut in the packet and the Maltesers in a big bag,
Mate, you
it's
look
like,
we're at a
righto,
fucking-
bruh, like
yeah.
you're still 19?
Yeah, are you at the cinemas?
Are you at this exactly? Or can we make ourselves feel a little bit more ritzy here by putting these in a bowl?
And I tell you what classes, because obviously Maltesers in a bowl, classy, right?
Real classy.
But I actually think that, like, broken up fruit and nut into different sort of block sizes.
So 4s, 2s, 3s.
4s, 2s, 3s, just all rakishly piled in a bowl is as classy as chocolate can get.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, it's a man that knows what he's doing.
Or
Because he said, because
piled onto a cheese board. Oh, here's also a classy little mound of chocolate that
Yes.
clearly Tom's just going to focus all of his attention on.
But it's also considered because it says, listen, some of you might be single block operators, some might be double, you might like your 4s.
Yeah.
4s in a square, 4s in a row.
Well, or 2 4s. Making
Two
an
4s, making an 8. That's right. That's right. It's considered, and it's It's like a nod to sophistication.
Yeah, but like you couldn't roll out, say, a cheese platter with a couple of Yogo mixes sitting on the board. Just mixed in amongst the fucking blue cheese.
I wonder if you could class up a Yogo mix where you put the choc chips or the M&Ms in its own bowl and then you had another separate bowl with a little spoon. So like,
is that like that deconstructed coffees that you get? Where you
it's like, or like someone takes a chef takes a cheeseburger home and makes it classy. He does some things.
Yeah, okay. So we're just trying to class up.
Is a Yogo mix classier if it's in a different bowl?
Well, if it's out of the Yogo mix, like the Yogo plastic, I think it has to be, right?
Well, immediately.
Yes.
But I'm asking, can you sell it at the moment?
Yeah, how do you make brown goop look aesthetically pleasing?
I think you probably have to drop the name Yogo in the sense that you almost just you call it a mousse.
What about this? What about this?
What if you have a mousse and you have a little separate...
Could you sell this? No Yogo mix, just Yogo in a bowl with some strawberries for dipping.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, see, there you go.
Could you dip strawberries in Yogo?
That's fondue.
That's fondue.
Yeah.
Fondue, baby.
Or fondish, because it's fucking Yogo mix and it's not actually just melted chocolate. It's fucking processed shit. Fondish.
I like that.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Now you're talking. Now we're like, I'd much rather that be on the cheese platter than Quincy, say.
Quince?
Quince. Quince.
Quincy!
Quince. Quincy. I'm not a big Quincy fan.
Quincy. Holy shit, that's good. That's good stuff. That's a man who doesn't know what prosciutto is till he's 24. That's a man.
Still doesn't know what Quincy is.
Quincy. Quince paste.
That's
Quince
a man
paste.
whose biggest food adventure was taramasalata.
Was taramasalata, yeah.
Still maintain it.
No, now...
Do you agree?
I love quince paste. So
You
I can't,
do?
Yeah, Quincy.
Do you love it?
It's done. Yeah, it's good in the right. It's in the right. Like, I mean, it's obviously cheese platter setting, but like if you put a bit of blue onto one of those absurdly expensive crackers that have all the like,
do you think
fruit and shit in them, then some quince paste over the cheese,
I'm starting to think that those biscuits,
crackers,
biscuits, the ones, punters and dribblers, like there's olives in there and like figs and like, beautiful things. We all know them. When they burst onto the scene, we're like, holy shit, I didn't know a biscuit could be this good.
Yeah.
It pairs perfectly with a blue cheese.
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable.
Quincy if you have a crack.
Even with a bit of Quincy. Is it bikey controlled?
Is it what?
Like those crackers? Because the price is just absurdly high.
Oh,
and no one's come along and made it cheaper. It's like, it's like Red Bull, really high price for that.
Yeah.
And you just go, is this controlled by...
Right, it's a black market.
Is there a black market here that's controlling the price,
biscuits,
keeping it high? If you were to sell them for lower, would you get a knock on the door by a guy in a leather jacket, tattoos on his face, going, you better fucking up the price of those crackers?
There's
$7-8 a box.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
There's only 20 in there.
No, you don't get bang for buck, but they are pretty good. I tell you what else they're good about them.
Well, what about home brand? Where's the home brand option for fuck all?
I don't know that you're going to get a home brand option for fuck all because there's a lot that goes into it. So home brands, like, usually it's like, oh, okay, it's a vanilla ice cream or it's just a water cracker where there's like, who the fuck even knows what's in those things? Whereas exactly. Water just compressed into a cracker. But with these ones, there's a lot of elements, a lot of layers. Fig, fucking apricot. Something else. What they do well with those crackers, despite the fact they are prohibitively expensive, the structural integrity of them is you can almost you can build a house on top of these things, right? Like they can withstand the sort of the weight of a nice dollop of hummus or a big hefty chunk of blue with some Quincy on there. Well, some of those thinner crackers just snap under duress, and you're like, well, now I've got to fucking send in a recovery mission to get that bit that's stuck in there. It's a shit show.
Oh, you can lose a lot of good men, a lot of good men to a thick dip.
Yeah,
if you don't have the right equipment.
Correct.
If you rock in there with a Sakata.
Also,
not a Sakata, they're a bit stronger.
Sakatas aren't a cheese platter
I'm
Chip
just
for-
saying.
biscuit for me.
But I'm saying with a dip.
Like a water cracker.
Yeah, but no, like they're like a sucker tub, but they're almost skinnier and they've got
Yeah,
salt on them.
they've got salt on them.
They're like seasoned.
Okay.
If I saw them, I'd, you know what I mean? Anyway,
I mean, I'm
start
sure
with an
you
S,
know.
mate, possibly. Anyway, like you'll lose.
Saladas?
No, salada's no, not a salada. You can lose 3 or 4 on a trip.
That's what I mean, right? You need to send in the equivalent of cave divers to go in and recover the 11 lost crackers that
The
are
11
inside
lost crackers,
the hummus.
but then it's sort
You got to
of-
go and give them ketamine to get them out. So
But
they're
at a certain
asleep.
point, you go, well, what am I to do here? I've lost 7 in a row. None of them are up to it.
You're better
I
off-
don't want to start plugging this thing with my finger.
No, you're better off getting a spoon than just eating the fucking thing with a spoon.
But what do you do if you're out with family? You know, do you want to be the guy with spooning
No, you
out
don't. But
leftover
like,
crackers?
what's the alternative? Finger,
Abandoned ship?
and just leave them in there, and for someone else.
Just bury them.
Yeah, okay. So maybe just get another cracker.
Just
and
smooth 'em over.
Smooth them over. Okay. I get that.
What do you want?
Not my problem.
What would you rather be? What would you rather be caught doing? Smoothing them over, hiding them from the world, or fingering them out?
No, you don't want to finger them out. You stick your finger in a communal hummus, dude. You're a sick fuck. You're a sick fuck.
At an afternoon barbecue,
I wouldn't
with
be
people you barely know.
No. You wouldn't be.
And you're over there fingering the hummus within an inch of its life.
No, I'm not. I don't.
You don't want to be that guy.
I don't associate with people who finger hummus, dude.
No, you don't.
Or just finger dips.
If someone saw you fingering a dip, right? That's when people start leaving, going, "Where are the kids? We're out of here."
Get out of here. This guy had at least 2 fingers knuckle deep into the hummus.
He didn't need 3.
He didn't need 3. He said he was trying to recover some bickies. You don't need any more than 1 finger. You shouldn't even use a finger, but if you were, 1 finger's
Look,
enough.
3 was unnecessary.
3 was way too unnecessary. He basically just fucking covered in dip. The whole fucking thing of hummus on his 3 fingers.
Look at that. That's too much finger.
That's way too much.
That's way too much.
For fucking
That's
recovery
way
of half
too
a
much
cracker.
finger for dip. That's woo.
To be honest, you could even just do the thumb and opposable thumb. That's what we were fucking evolved to, you know.
yeah, but you
Got
got
the
to.
top of the food chain.
Yeah, it's true. But
You
you got
use-
to.
you-
You got to see an entry point.
No, well, you've got to
An
see a
entry
bit
and
of...
expert.
well, that's why I think you use one finger to...
It's because it's a bit harder to hook under with the thumb.
No, you got to hook under with the index finger.
Yeah.
And then you use this one as a pincer. I will say, though, don't finger dips.
Look, if you're a guy that fingers dips,
Or a girl.
I'll go. Do it on your own time.
Yeah. With your own dip.
With with your own dip at home by
Yeah,
yourself.
at home.
With the curtains closed. I wouldn't be doing that shit on the porch either. Even if it's your own home, I don't.
It's sending the wrong message.
It's sending the wrong message.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sports show.
Sport show. Did you have a good weekend?
I had a lovely weekend. It was light-hearted.
Did nothing.
Didn't do much. Went for lunch, family time. You know, mum and dad were down. We were going to go there, but they came up. And, you know, some nice family time. Went out for dinner, went out for lunches. You know, flopped about, ate Maltesers, ate fruit and nut, drank cups of coffee.
Got it.
Et al.
Et al.
Nothing too much to report, mate, honestly.
Good.
I have got a bit of a cough, though. So I'm like, well, I have a fucking weekend off and now I get sick.
Yeah, well, I
May
think
as well
your-
rip and tear.
Yeah, your body's used to, I think, just pounding itself.
I'm having withdrawals.
Yeah.
I'm having withdrawals.
Yeah. Well, luckily we got that new bottle of tequila, so that'll
Oh,
come
well,
in handy.
perfect for a Monday morning.
As always, Eddie, we are brought to you by our good friends at Pilot, the online men's health portal, where, as a man, you and I qualify, you can go there and take your health issues to a digital doctor, and let them know what's going on, and they can help you.
And they will help you. So this is Pilot, not to be confused with a pilot that flies planes.
This isn't about becoming a flight.
nothing
guy.
to do with that. This is about your health, punters and dribblers.
Time to take it seriously.
Digi Health, not a Digimon. Digi Health.
No, not a Digimon.
Shout out to Digimon.
They were good.
But Pilot is a place for men to go to feel comfortable without the glare and the scrutiny of the waiting room, where the pressure's applied from people that don't know you and they make assumptions.
The judging eyes of a doctor who can't hide his disgust at the look of your back knee.
That's exactly right. Leave the disgust and the shame at the door by going online.
Yeah. Pilot.com.au/Hello Sport. The promo code is Dribblers. Your first doctor's consult's going to be for free. And then with any medication subsequently that comes from the chat with the doctor is all delivered discreetly to your door, so no one needs to know except you.
No one.
Pilot.com.au. Eddie, Comm Games are on, bruh.
Comm Games are on, bro.
Comm Games are on.
I've been getting that warm, fuzzy, I love my nation feeling.
Have you?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I've had less of that feeling, but I have been paying
No, it's not the
attention.
same.
No.
I'm not going to sit here and say that the friendly games, Tom, are on par with the Olympic games.
No. Is that what they're called, the friendly games?
They're called the friendly games.
Okay.
Because that'd be sheer madness.
Yeah.
They're not at all.
No. I tell you what, Bruce McAvaney earned his pay packet maybe on Friday night when he was calling the marathon.
Female?
Yep. I mean, any marathon, but the female, where our girl Stephenson. Apologies, Dave will find out. But she won.
Jess Stenson.
Stenson. Congratulations, Jess. Mother, 34, came back from, I think she wanted to compete at the Olympics, couldn't because she'd given birth or something like that. Came back, won the Comm Games gold, beat 2 Kenyans, which is no mean feat.
Dropped them.
Pounded them.
Dropped them.
Absolutely pounded them. Beat them by like 19 seconds-ish.
Fucking tidy time. 2 hours 28 or something like that.
Dude, those splits.
You're like, what the
Those splits
fuck?
made me feel sick to watch.
Sick. And it doesn't look like she's, like, you don't get any sense for it on the TV.
No.
Through the camera, through the lens.
No,
Tom.
but if you watch the legs, Eddie, the legs are the window to the runner's soul.
That's right, the cadence.
And her cadence was fucked up.
Her cadence would have had to have been, geez, at a
Well, you
pinch.
think about it, right?
180?
Like, you do 20Ks in 2 hours. She's doing 42
2 hours
in
and
2
28.
hours and 28.
Which is absurd.
She's churning through the Ks.
Burning through the Ks.
But the commentators, because it's not exactly an exciting sport, and just sitting there and listening to Bruce, I watched probably the last 10, 15 minutes of the race, and just hearing Bruce just ripping and tearing of like, oh, this is an iconic moment, and she's, just one of the she's one of South Australia's favourite daughters, and fucking da-da-da-da.
But South Australians love South Australians as well. Because Bruce is like...
Is he a South Australian,
yeah,
Bruce?
fucking oath.
Okay.
They love it.
Yeah.
But
I bet you... Well, no, I'm not going to... I mean, is she like huge in South Australia? Or do you reckon that would be...
I think all South Australians are huge in South Australia.
Everyone in South Australia is massive in South Australia.
I think so, yeah.
Just generally speaking. If you're from South Australia, you are humongous in
If
South
you've done
Australia.
something.
Okay.
If you're a person of note.
If you're a person of note in South Australia, you are a favourite son or daughter.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. And I think that was coming through in his voice.
Also, her brother used to play AFL for Port Adelaide, so the family is obviously
Okay.
Of the right
Australia.
stock.
Yeah, right. So this is an ilk-based fucking thing as well. She's
And her sister represented the state in wrestling.
So good breeding.
Stenson. The Stensons.
Good,
South
good,
Australian
honest,
sporting
hard
royalty.
work and South Australian
Although, sorry,
family.
actually, the family name is Trengove. Her name now is Stenson.
Right.
Trengove, that rings more of a memory for AFL.
Yeah, Jack.
There you go. Look at me.
Good for you, buddy.
But good on her, good on Bruce, and good on everyone who's commentating that one, because it's boring as fuck to watch. But I did, and how good's an Aussie getting gold,
Goal for the nation. Well, you and I, Tom, we're experienced in the calling game. And having done the last 6 laps of Bathurst, I can tell you from experience that calling a marathon for fucking 2 hours would be difficult.
Well, we struggled the last 6 laps of Bathurst, which was tough. 6 laps, it was like, a whole fucking marathon where for the last however long the result was basically in the bag. One of the commentators kept trying to build suspense by going, oh, I'm not confident yet. Anything could happen here, like a cramp or, and it was like...
Look, I could be wrong, but I'm under the impression that once you're dropped, as in like there's groups, and people just drop off them. Once you're dropped, that's it. No one ever fucking re-overtakes.
As in, like, once someone makes a break on you.
No, as in, like, so like it's basically in the marathon, it's just like, it's a speed. And they're running at a speed, and at a certain point, your body will, like, you'll break, or people break, and they go, this pace is too hot for me.
Yeah.
They fall off the back.
Yes.
And then the group gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. I've never seen someone who's been dropped catch back up and win.
You watched a lot of marathons in your time?
I watch them every Olympics.
Do you?
Yeah.
You watch the marathon?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, you're a sick fuck,
Yeah.
dude. You're a sick fuck. Look at us already, 22 golds. 22 golds.
Medal tally breakdown, punters and dribblers, 22 golds to Australia, 13 silvers, 17 bronze.
52 all up if you're a quick mathsman.
That's right. England, second, 11 golds. That, if you aren't quick at maths, is half of our gold haul. Half.
How are they so how are we so much better?
Because this is our time to shine. The Comm Games has always been our moment.
But what I mean, do we beat England in Olympic medal tallies?
Not always, but generally.
Or do they compete as Great Britain?
They compete as Great Britain. B,
Dogs.
they beat us when they got more medals than us at their own Olympics.
Well, that's because they've don't they just...
No, it's because funding.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you've got your own Olympics, you'd pour funding in the years leading up to it and usually go all right.
Yeah.
But, I'd like to think on the whole that we dominate well.
Well, you got a world record overnight. I think, was it just the 4x200 relay for the gals?
Is that Emma McKeon?
No. Did she get a world record as well?
Well, she's now the
She's now
most
the great-
decorated Commonwealth Games athlete of all time.
Yes. And also Olympian. It's female.
That's Australian Olympian. She's
Okay,
the
so
most decorated Commonwealth Games athlete of all
Yes.
nations.
But what is she in Olympic terms? Just Australian swimmer of all
Just
time?
Australian. Michael Phelps is one.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the women.
Oh, for women
Yeah.
That's a great question. Dave will let us know.
What
Dave will let us know.
What was the question? I was looking up our medal winners.
Emma McKeon, is she the most decorated female Olympian ever?
Who is the most decorated
Female
female?
Olympian.
I feel like the American gymnast would be.
No.
What's her name?
Simone Biles.
Yeah.
No, Bales. No, she is.
There's not enough events.
Yeah, she's good, but she's not in terms of just raw medals.
I'm pretty sure you can only win individual and team medals in gymnastics.
But there's a couple of events you can be individual in. So you could have the vault, you could have the bars, you could have.
Is
the
that
fucking
how they do
rings.
it? Can you win Olympic gold in the bars? I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, Michael Phelps #1 overall. #2 overall, who's also #1 woman, is Larissa Latinina from the Soviet Union, a gymnast who won 18 gold medals between 56 and 64.
Cheating.
I stand corrected. She was
Cheating.
almost certainly
Can we
doping.
go to someone who's not the Soviet Union just because I always am a little skeptical.
Or East Germany. Don't give me East Germany
Yeah.
either.
Sorry,
even
you're not a fan
China.
of these proud nations, but
China, East Germany.
there's not another
Soviet
woman for who's this? Irene Wust from the Netherlands in speed skating who has
Nah,
won.
Winter Olympics don't count.
Don't count.
All right.
Pathetic.
Bridget Fisher,
Okay.
canoeing, who's won a total of 12 medals, including 8 golds.
Yeah, but it's canoeing.
Can we get to something a little
How
bit
long
more?
until we just get
Unless
to
it's
Emma?
Jess
well,
Fox.
you just keep going and
Yeah,
I'll tell
we'll
you.
tell you when it's...
These are more. Jenny Thompson, who's an American swimmer, 12 medals.
Might be Jenny.
Might be Jenny.
Emma McKeon is 11 medals, so she's one behind.
Oh, but she's got another games in her.
Do you reckon?
Well, if
Yeah,
Cody
she's
goes,
only been at 2016 and 2020.
Cody is old. I don't know if Cody's going to the Olympics. He's
well,
like
maybe
25.
Well, it's not that far away. It's only in 2 years.
It's not a bad point.
The Olympics are just around the corner.
Does he have improvement in him, Cody?
I don't know. I don't know the lay of the land. He's now won an Australia and a Commonwealth Games gold. Commonwealth
Did
Games
he?
gold. Well, he swam the heat in the relay,
Relay.
so you do get a medal.
Do you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, because
There
he's
you go.
part of the event.
Simpson Gold in Birmingham.
That's it. We said that. We said it was
did
a
say
sure
it.
thing.
We did.
So now it came to
Fruition.
Fruition. He swam a pretty tidy heat.
Yeah?
He got the lead and maintained the lead. Didn't lose the lead. Looked okay. Thorpe said he swam pretty well.
Lead maintenance, crucial.
Oh, fuck yeah. I don't know if people know this, but particularly in the pool, in the relay, lead maintenance is everything.
Well, it's what it's all about. It's the name of the game.
I'll tell you what, Thorpe's good.
Is he commentating? Is
Yeah,
he?
oh,
I
fuck
haven't-
yeah.
I haven't been.
Thorpe's great. I like Thorpe.
Who the fuck doesn't
obviously,
like Thorpe?
but his analysis is tip top.
You'd fucking hope so. He's one of the all-timers.
But he's just,
It doesn't necessarily translate.
No,
I
it
guess.
doesn't necessarily translate.
He's a media darling, though, Thorpe. He knows how to fucking, he knows how to talk, communicate. He knows how to communicate the nuances of swimming in a fucking body of water quickly.
He knows it better than anyone, except Emma, it would seem. Although, I just feel like Thorpe won the big moments.
Well, Thorpe's the GOAT. Well, how the fuck do you say that when she's...
Well,
listen.
I think Thorpe got a bit lucky as well because he had the Olympics in Sydney. If McKeon had a home
exactly.
Olympics,
So we can
that would be hype.
romanticize it, which is exactly what I do.
Yes. That's what
And
I
he
do.
beat Gary Hall Jr., came over the top of him, 4x1, smashed him like guitars. And he won the 400 metres that night. So...
Yeah. Deal
He
with
did,
that.
you know what I mean? He did that.
He also did that. Anyway, I don't know if there's anything else super fucking...
Did you see Cole Chalmers came out and was like...
that's right.
He went hard in the paint about
Yeah, he had a press conference. I didn't see it, but like he had the press conference where he apparently, after they just won, all they asked him about was riffs in the team.
riffs in the team, riffs in the team, riffs in the team.
Like nothing about the race.
Didn't ask a single thing.
That's pretty insane. They didn't ask a single thing.
And they set a games record or something. Like it was quick.
That's wild. I didn't realize that that's what happened until he then was interviewed again last night. Did you see that?
I did. Poolside.
Poolside.
Yeah.
Rocking the double earrings. Didn't see that.
Didn't see that coming.
Is that a new? That's new for Kyle. Kyle. That's new for Kyle.
It is new for Kyle.
He's inked up as well.
He is.
But he was talking about, man, maybe this ain't for me, the sport. You're in there, you're winning bloody your games records, you're winning golds, and then all they're asking about is the bloody riff in the team, which is just like unsubtle way of saying,
Are you Devo?
Are you upset
Your
about-
ex-missus with Cody Simpson.
yeah, of oh fame.
Of great resume fame.
Yeah. And and he's talking about his mental health and shit, which is all, very, very valid. And it would be difficult to have to deal with that shit. He's like, it's not fucking true either.
Let him go. Let him be.
Leave him.
Leave him to win races.
Just let him win. But again, I guess with swimming will never be sexier than a fucking love triangle. So it's kind of hard. Unless you're just unless you're world record, like Thorpe, you know what I mean? Or Emma.
Mate,
But you need scandals to keep it sexy. I'm not saying it's good. I fucking respect the man and leave him alone when it comes to this shit. He's saying there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. But swimming journos generally, they want that fucking juice.
you're just pointing out the way of the world. Unfortunately, Tom, scandal sells. Sex scandal
Sells even.
really sells. Pool threesome,
Yeah.
involving ex-pop star who used to bed
Some of
Gigi
it.
Hadid.
Yeah,
Like, that gets tails wagging.
it does. Tongues as well.
Tongues and tails. Mostly tongues.
Because
But also tails.
but I mean, like most of us don't have tails, so it would be more.
We've got tail bones, though.
Well, can they wag? Some people have extended ones. How fucked's that?
I know. Well, then they're wagging.
Those little freaks are like,
Yeah, they're
those little
wagging. So I was just
waggers.
being inclusive when I said that.
That's, you know what? We are a very inclusive podcast, and we would like to acknowledge those of you out there that have extended spines that are just little waggy tails at the bottom of your ass.
And may you wag them when you read
Dude,
gossip.
I don't know if this is true or whether I just saw this on like Shallow Hal, but sometimes they can't be removed because there's like important shit wrapped around it.
Spinal stuff.
Yeah, spinal based shit.
So the tail remains.
Could you imagine getting around with a tail like you're a little fucking tadpole?
And wagging it and shit.
Oh, dude, if it wagged uncontrollably, you'd be like, don't get me excited, dude. This little fucking tail wags.
It's like, it's like a boner that shows.
Yeah. Listen, no disrespect to the tail community,
No, this is an anti-tail community.
but what I'm about to say might be offensive. It would be very hard for me to be with someone
That
who
had-
had a tail.
Right. So you don't think you'd be able to
Look
move
past it.
look past the tail?
No, I just don't think I could. And I also don't begrudge anyone who has a tail. for holding that bit of information back when you are in the courting process. Because imagine if you really got to know someone, you realize you like them,
Unfortunately-
you then take clothes off, you go, you have a tail. And you didn't tell me about it, and you should have.
Exactly. I think that, and I'm not going to speak for the tail community. I'm just making assumptions. I feel like you need to get that out in the open early in the going because once the clothes come off, the tail comes out.
Yeah, and if I've been led to believe...
And it's going to be a shock.
Dude, well, but it's like I might really get to know you and really like you, and then I see you have a tail.
Especially if you're a doggy first sort of operator, which is bold and brazen, but then it's like, it's there.
Doggy on a date. Yeah, first time doggy.
First time doggy.
Yeah. Well, what if this happens? What if you don't actually get to see your significant other from behind? Obviously, male situation here. Because the first time you do make tender love to one another, it is more of your missionary. But then the next time you flip them over and you realize, oh, I've been romancing
misled.
someone with a tail.
Can I walk it out?
And then that wags while you're fucking on the job.
On the job. And the more it wags, the better you're doing. At least that's that's a tell.
It's a tell.
You know?
But like, I mean, if it's not wagging, then I'm starting to get like performance anxiety.
Yeah, now I'm soft.
Now I'm soft because not purely because of the tail. Obviously, that's thrown me massively. Never been with a person with a tail.
But thrown way more by the fact that this thing ain't wagging.
No,
and
I
I'm
need
giving
to
my
sit-
best performance
Yeah.
here. I'm thrashing.
Yeah. I'm working well. I'm trying everything. I'm
Yeah.
thrashing. It's stopped. It's not wagging. I'm now trying to slow the thing down and be a bit
I've gone
more,
soft and supple.
Yeah, you know, motion. See
In
what
the
we can do.
ocean.
Now it's starting to wag. It's stopped
And
wagging.
I'm using hands. I'm using tongues.
What are we doing?
I'm
We're
using
bringing in
lips.
We're bringing in all the tools from the toolkit, and this tail
will not wag.
will not wag. All I'm saying is you need to tell. You need to be upfront if you have a tail.
That's right.
Dave, what's the like legalities around chopping tails off of people?
The legality, I'm sure.
And how
is
many?
fine
How
as
many?
long as-
What's a percentage of people that exist in the tail community?
Yeah. Reach out if you have a tail. We'll keep you anonymous, but reach out. If you want to be anonymous, if you don't, send in a photo of your tail.
Also, do you go to parties and call them tailgate parties?
Or do you like ever put a bow on it? You know what I mean? Like dress it up.
There are only 40 cases of true human tails reported.
Okay, so you'd be really unlucky to come across a tail wagger on what is it? Like not Uber Eats.
In one of the cases,
Uber Eats.
What's the fucking dating app? I'm so out of the loop.
Uber Eats.
Hinge. It's my dating app. Hinge.
Yeah, one of the people that presented to the doctors was 17 years old and whose tail had grown to 18 centimeters.
Oh,
Wagged?
did it wag? Could you control it? Because it's used for balance in the tail, like in the animal kingdom.
Cats use them.
Yeah, but
balance.
for balance.
The family and the parents believed that this tail was a gift from the Hindu monkey god Hanuman, and hence named the child after him.
There
Tail
are
blessed.
in those like I remember seeing.
Did it wag? I need to know.
I don't. Okay, so
Now you need to Google, can human tails wag?
And also Google, when did when did we lose our tail, so to speak?
Yeah,
How many millennia?
the human that lost its
Go.
tail.
humans lost their tails about 25 million years ago.
So we've been tailless for a while.
So this is a genetic throwback.
It is to a forgotten time.
Can you remove tails? Firstly, can they wag? Then can you remove them safely?
From what it seems like here, I don't think it would wag the same way as a dog does because it is kind of like a continuation of the other bones going on there. So you can like make it wag, but you're like wiggling your whole ass pretty much.
Okay, so you're saying it's like floppy dead bit of sort of thing, and you're just shaking it like.
Not so much floppy, I don't think. Maybe like more straight because it's bone. So not just like, flopping around like a pig's tail curl.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that isn't dog's tail got bone in it?
Yeah, you feel it. You're like, there's bone in there for
I
sure.
wasn't sure if that's just cartilage. Because that's an extension of the spine, Dave.
Yeah.
Tails are extensions of the spines. That's why they use them for balance.
We need a tail expert.
Yeah, we
I
do.
think.
I don't know if we're going to get any closer here with Dr. D or Dave on the old ones and twos over there. But
Well, he's not a tail expert.
he's not a tail expert. And I mean, it was lumped on him.
It was lumped on him late in the piece.
So that's
He'll
probably
be better for the run.
Yeah, he will be. He will be.
Well, here, none of our patients showed any movement of the tail. Unlike the tail of other vertebrates, human tails do not contain vertebral structures.
Devo.
Only one case has been reported with vertebra in the human tail.
So one example of a wagger.
Yeah, and a true tail is easily removed surgically without residual effects.
Okay.
There you go.
So if you were to come across someone with a tail, then they've chosen to keep it, and that's fine, but you should be up front.
Got to be up front. That's all we're saying. So tongues wagging, tails wagging. Paddy Simpson. Kyle Chalmers, mate, you got our support, bruh.
Yep.
I believe he's in the 100-metre final tonight, or was it last night?
Might have been last night.
Did he win?
Sorry, there was some photos
Dave,
that
you look
really
disgusted.
scared me to the core.
Oh, Dave's
Did
looking
Kyle
at
Chalmers
tails.
win a 100-metre gold last night? Or is it tonight? Because I saw the heats.
I thought it was last night.
If it was last night, he didn't win because I've got all the gold medals from last night here, and he's not there. So it might be tonight.
Okay.
Just go 100-metre swimming final, Comm Games. See what it's doing.
While Dave does that, punters and dribblers, remind you that our interview with Brian Fletcher is on the podcast and it is also on the YouTubes. We do one every week with our good friends at SEN. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. in the evening, available on the SEN app. It's then replayed Sundays, midday to 1. Also available in the SEN app. After it goes on air, it's also in their podcast section, so you can go listen to it there. And then obviously you can listen to it with us. But thank you to Fletch for coming on.
What a man. Funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Great laugh. Great dribble. Great bloke. Go listen to it. It'll improve your life.
You know what? Like, you don't want to ever be too hyperbolic in this game, in the podcast game. But it'll improve your life.
Again, not our racket.
No.
But if I see improvement to be made,
Yep.
I'm going to tell you about it.
Yep.
Dave?
Yeah, 100-metre freestyle tomorrow morning, early in the morning. Kyle Chalmers in that final, as well as the
So tonight.
Yeah.
as well as the 4x200-metre freestyle relay final.
We wish Kyle all the best.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cody Simpson
Oh.
for being very fuckable.
Yeah. Reach out, Cody. I'd love to talk to Cody.
Reach out, Cody.
Reach out, Cody.
Reach out, Cody. Punters and dribblers, I don't know if you know, but Tom and I are running a marathon. I don't know if you knew that, but we are. And the journey is getting fucking serious now because we're not that far. I think we're 7 weeks out, Tom. Point is this. We have made a team. If you want to run on our team, the Hello Sport team of winners, then there will be a link in the show notes. We'll also put up a story and you'll be able to click the link there. Go join it now. On a serious note, we are running on behalf of Beyond Blue, great charity, terrific charity, mental health, serious stuff. If you can spare a few pennies for a great cause, that'd also be nice. $2, $3, $4, $5.
Whatever.
Doesn't
if you
matter.
can, great. If you can't, no sweat. But that's what we're going to be doing. We'll obviously be donating ourselves.
Yes, we will, Tom. Yes, we will. So join the team if you want to run. We'll be getting some shirts, mate, some singlets,
There's
mate.
going to be some fucking
We'll get something
trot
made.
merch.
My brother pointed out to me, though, he's like, we're going to want to send them out early so people can get used to them.
Yeah,
You don't want to run up. You don't want to rock that game day because it might chafe the
No,
fuck
you're
out of
right.
you.
Well, I've been running in the ones that we got from Pace Athletic.
They're great.
Pace Athletic. Not an ad, but they're fucking great. The
How good
shirts
are they?
get, they're really good.
I'm loving them.
And I ran yesterday, and it was cold as fuck yesterday, and I got sweaty. And then afterwards, it was like, you know how they explain that it takes the moisture off your skin.
It draws it away.
It draws
from
it
the body.
away, but like you don't get cold. And I was like, oh, this fucking works really well. That like it does what it says it's going to do.
It does as advertised.
Yeah.
It does as advertised.
Yeah.
I also ran 21.8Ks.
I know, dude. That disheartened the fuck out of me when you sent through your numbers to Josh because of Bronte Blues fame, of In Ibiza fame, fucking ripping and tearing. I have had to reduce my load. It's just the way it is, and it's fucking annoying because you get to 5Ks, you're like, I want to keep going, and I can't. And then I see you run 10, 7, 21. I'm like, I am fucking in trouble.
I was hurt in the 21. Like I was fucking good to go for an hour and a half.
Is that the furthest you've ever run?
Yep.
We're in like record breaking territory.
Every long run I do from
Yeah.
now on is record breaking territory. Essentially,
Yeah,
technically.
well, essentially, it is.
And then the last 25 minutes was just tough. I don't know if it's because I had an eye on the finish line.
Finish lines are the worst, dude.
You know what I mean? Like your body's just like, When your body knows the finish line is in sight, so to speak, it's almost like it shuts off.
Even yesterday when I was running 5, whacked an extra K on there. Don't tell the physios at the running room. What a weapon I am. Even running like that distance, I found it harder than running like 10, 15 Ks. Because the finish line's so close, but you're thinking to the finish line.
100%. It was very disheartening for some reason. I'm like, I don't know if I could double that, but I just did. Okay, that's a big fucking call.
That's true.
That's a big call.
So that's a half marathon.
That was a half marathon. But we're doing the full marathon. I don't know if you know that. We're doing the full, so you got to double that fucker. It was just a bit like, oh God, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Jesus. And so I wasn't sure how to feel about it. I wasn't that pumped when I finished. Like I was like, fuck, that's such a good run. 21.8, 5 minute 30 splits. Like you should be pumped, but I wasn't. I finished and I'm like, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I am tired. And I was fucking sore and I was like waddling
Where
home.
were you hurting? Chafing?
I wasn't chafing, nah. What the steppies.
Yeah.
Not an ad.
Not an ad.
Steppies were on, plus I had the steppies plus
the shorts.
Plus our shorts.
Pace Athletic.
And I had the new running socks we had on and shit.
Yeah, they're good, dude.
They're great socks.
Those running socks are good.
I was like, it wasn't like that. The groin started to get a bit sore, not as sore as last time. The knees were good. I was okay. It was just like, it's just a long way on a frame that isn't really used to it. And like, let's not fucking beat around the bush. We haven't been following that program to,
a T.
To a T.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? Like, do I do the interval runs? Nah. Do I do the hill runs? Haven't yet. You know what I mean? Like, up until this week, up until last week when I did 3 runs, I'd only been doing 1 run a week.
Are we
so
too busy?
I'm not setting myself up for glory here.
We're too busy to be marathon runners professionally.
I couldn't do it professionally. I'm too busy. You know what I mean? It can't be done. Where do you get the hours in the day from?
Dunno.
I'm looking forward to finishing it and going, I don't have to run anymore.
Well,
like,
no,
I like running.
I want to keep running.
No, I will
I
keep
like running.
But it's like, it's just there's an elephant in the room where it's like, you've got another half to go, bro.
Like, I'd like to just do sort of 10K runs. I think that's sort of like what
10Ks, I enjoy 10.
Just go out, run for an hour, 10K runs, just sort of do that as one of the things you do during the week, and then maybe mixing it up a little bit.
If you run 3 times a week, you'd be in pretty good nick.
Yeah.
You burn fucking calories running.
Yeah.
I burned like 2,200 the other day,
Yeah.
according to me up. That's a lot.
We got to get Garmin's.
We're getting Garmin's tomorrow.
Yeah, we say that a lot, and then something comes
When are we going
up.
to get them?
Well, I don't know, dude. I'm just saying we say that, and then we don't get them.
We could definitely get them on Friday because lunch has been moved.
Okay.
Like there's
room.
We get them this
There's
week.
wiggle room. Yeah, we got them. Because
I'm sick of running with my phone.
Yeah.
I hate it. Can I be honest with you? Mm-hmm. I got a nod.
But was it a dribbler?
I don't know.
I think it's probably a dribbler.
Might have
Because I've
been.
had nods. Was he running as well, or was he walking?
He was running.
Well, that's pretty nice.
He was
Not
running.
a wave, though.
It wasn't a wave.
No.
But he was running, and he looked like he was a runner for sure because of what he was wearing.
Yeah, but see, I think we need a run. It's about
I'm just telling you what I saw.
No, I'm just saying, though, I think...
And it was exciting.
Are you vaping again? This is why you're coughing,
No.
dude. But you've stopped, but you have been.
I didn't vape all weekend.
Right, but you have been vaping.
I vaped in Byron, but I wasn't coughing the week after.
Yeah, I think it might be that.
It's a little bit sick. I've been blowing my nose a lot and shit.
Cool. Glad you came in.
Had to.
Glad you came in. Well, you did have to, actually. Yeah, I think the wave needs to be from a peer, a running peer that we know is waving to you because of your running, not because of your services to
I'm
punting
not
and
coming
dribbling.
here pretending like I got away from a runner. I'm just an excited guy telling a mate about a nod that I got
whilst running
and
hoping that it was for your running, but you know deep down it's not.
Maybe he was impressed by my cadence, 165. Maybe like that.
Did you have that cadence
Fucking oath I did.
the whole time?
No. You put it on for like 5 seconds, make sure you're on track.
So you just check in with yourself.
Check in with yourself. You'd have to be...
I got to do that tomorrow, dude. I'm going
You'd
to
have to be
I'm getting the lid off on the running room fucking treadmill and flopping around all over the place.
Tobler will be there.
Yeah, you'll have to be, mate. Early
On the
morning
ones
for
and
Toby.
twos. Good on you, Tobe. It's time to dig deep, mate.
Yep. Early morning. Toby ran 5Ks on the weekend.
Talk us through it, Tobe.
Yeah, it was the first time I've ever run 5Ks without like walking or taking a break.
Nice, dude.
Did you dig deep?
Yeah, it got to the last kilometre, and I got a massive stitch on the right side, and then I was just breaking it down like, all right, there's only 8 more 100 metres to go. So I'll just do this 100 metres, and there's only 7 more to go. And then, okay, no, let's break it down a bit more. Only 20 metres, and then another 20, and then another
Nice.
10,
Then the 100
and
metres
we'll
is
get there
done.
in the end.
I like that.
How long did it take you?
40 minutes. So I was
Okay.
doing 7:30 splits,
Yep.
which I know is quite slow, but to be
Hey.
honest, I just wanted to get that
We aren't
5K
split
without...
shamers here.
No, we will never shame on
yeah,
splits.
yeah,
We'll never split
Can
shame.
I ask you this? Were you thinking about your heroes at the end?
I was.
Yeah. I thought you might have been.
Throughout. I
Yeah,
was like,
throughout.
Tom
This
and
is
Eddie,
Tom
I
and
know
Eddie's
they're sitting at
fucking-
home.
Yeah.
I thought you might have been.
Yeah.
Can't
I'm not
split
shocked
shame.
to hear that.
And how's the bod? Did you feel sore? Did you feel good?
Not too bad. I did a heaps of stretching when I got home. The hips are a bit tight.
yeah.
Did you
I haven't
stretch
done,
the hip flexors?
Nah,
You know
I
the
gotta
hip
do
flexor
hip
stretch? You got to do the hip
flexors.
flexor stretch, dude. You have to do it.
Yeah.
It's the only stretch you should do, really.
My
You-
back
well,
is
it's the
oddly
most
sore as well.
That's your lower back?
No, like my upper back.
Did that hurt? Did that hurt as you started running? Because I found out when I don't run for ages and I start running, my back starts to like cramp and shit.
Potentially.
But again, I think some of that's just about getting used to it. Now, none of the advice I'm giving you should be taken. You really shouldn't be taken at all. That's a vibe thing. Go to a physio. Excuse me. What are you running in? What wheels you working with?
Nike darts. I
I don't know what they are.
No,
don't
we
know.
might need to fix that up. We
Purchased
can't have
them a couple
Toby
of
running
years
in
ago.
shit. We can't have Toby running
You
in
should
shit.
have got him in the pair the other day.
Yeah, we should have.
It was a missed opportunity.
Well, it was, but, you know, it was about us.
It was about us. It always is.
Should we talk about the rugby league?
Let's do
We'll
that.
put it off.
Let's do that.
All right, we've avoided it long enough, Eddie. The rugby league. You know what? I actually don't even think that we've avoided it. I think that we've just, picking our time. When we do talk rugby league on the show, it is thanks to our good friends at KO, the home of rugby league, the only place to watch rugby league. We will be doing a live stream this Friday night, Manly v Parramatta. Manly looking to come back and hump well, and I'm very confident they will. We'll get to that later, but we are doing a live stream this Friday night for Manly v Parramatta. Now, we had 7 boys out. We all know that. And we basically beat the Eels. It was 20-10. You add those 7 players back in, we win that game.
We were out at the game
Thanks. We were with KO.
on
and
Thursday.
courtesy
with
of the great
KO,
and powerful
thanks
Vic
to KO.
LaRusso.
Oh,
We buried the lead there.
special mention to the great, the powerful
Vic LaRusso.
Vic LaRusso.
Of traffic chopper fame.
Oh, yeah. But also of greatest host of all time fame.
Yep.
The man wouldn't stop working. Do you want a drink? Do you want some ribs? Comes back with a goodie bag of shit at the end.
Yeah, he got us
full of
some
fucking
fucking
old
Manly
school manly
beanies.
beanies and shit. Like, that's just a man
That's a host.
who knows how to take care of people.
Yeah.
It's a host.
Yeah.
Say what you will about his chopper work, which is impeccable, might I add.
I'd hope that's all you'd say about his chopper work.
But when it comes to hosting a do at Brookie,
Yeah.
none better in the business than Vic LaRusso. Shout out to Vic, mate. It was nice to meet you. It was good to hang out.
Yeah, and yes, we are still interested in buying a pooch.
Yes, we are. You come to us, and we'll come back to you.
We'll come to you.
Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, I think
Like he comes to us with a dog, with an offer.
Yes.
And we come back to him with a yes
with
or
a
a no.
yes or a no.
Yeah. We were at the game, and I'm going to call it how I saw it. It was subpar rugby league.
It was a shithole of a game.
It was one of the worst games I've ever watched. There's obviously reasons for that. Reasons we went over last week.
Well, the
Not gonna go
Roosters
back
didn't
into
have
it.
any reasons for playing so poorly.
Oh, that was shit house.
But they had a good side. Well, they had their full strength side essentially, and not really, but they had relatively full strength.
Relatively full strength. I think the writing was on the wall, Tom, when Nick Politis got lost before the game.
Side. Yes.
Tom got the back end of the footage, but before that, he was showing his ticket to everyone. We're like, where do I go?
Nick Politis was wandering around, in the start of Saving Private Ryan, that guy gets his arm blown off and he's walking around on the D-Day beach and he's walking around looking for his arm everywhere.
Yes.
That was what Uncle Nick looked like, but he was looking for his seat, not his arm.
Yeah, he
Which
had
we
both-
were happy for. We
he had
didn't want
both his arms.
He had both his arms, we can confirm that. But he was just wandering around the joint. I'm going, fucking Uncle Nick looks like he's lost.
Lost at sea. Absolutely lost at sea, which I think may have been a metaphor, a sign potentially for the way that the Roosters were going to play their football.
The game in general,
game in
certainly
general.
the Roosters, but the Roosters playing bad. Manly played well considering, the depleted nature of our side.
Look, you could tell that it was a bits part side.
Yeah.
You know, some players were, should have been in one position were, defending in another.
Yes.
There was a
the
little
age-old question of rugby league wingers and why they jam in the answer still eludes us all.
It eludes all of us, but it seems to be a disease that not only first graders are sort of, exposed
Well, you'd assume
to.
if first graders are doing it, there are some lower graders who exclusively defend in the jam-in position. That is their defensive tactic.
Yeah.
And we saw that in rugby in the game that night. But great effort by Manly. Great effort by Manly. And I say a moral victory. Unfortunately, moral victories don't get you 2 points. That's fine, but we're clearly a good fucking side.
If they were to get you 2 points, we'd be taking the 2 points.
Yeah, we would. No, we'd take them.
If you get 2 points for moral victories.
There's some concerning reports out of the Seagulls at the moment, and I've seen two of them on Clarkie's rugby league column.
Yep.
He's reporting them from other sources. One being that Josh Schuster not on good terms with Manly. Wouldn't be surprised if you see him at another club next year, which is fucking alarming for many reasons. One of them being that Kieran Foran's fucking going next year as well. The other one, that there's a rift in the playing group and that they sat down to have a fucking meeting with Josh Aloiai and shit because the players are all blowing up.
Was Josh as reported? Was he the mediator, or is he the spokesperson for the
seven?
For the seven,
I don't know.
A lot of unknowns.
We could DM him, but I don't think it's appropriate.
No, I don't.
So that to me is concerning, Edward. The other one, right off the rip, Martin Tapau wants out immediately. I would say this: if you don't want to be it, fucking beat it. But also, I don't know that I'm comfortable sending him to Parramatta for the remainder of the season.
Apparently, the Eels have until 5 p.m. today to get the deal over the line because the deadline is today. So if it's not confirmed by this evening or maybe tomorrow morning, then...
I want to know, there's a lot...
In fairness to Marty, his contract's up and he's probably looking for somewhere next year because I don't think Manly wants to re-sign
But why
him.
an immediate release?
Because that's what the Eels would want, because they want to...
So he's probably under the impression that if he goes now, then he can stay the next year. Is that what you're trying to say?
I guess, and maybe Manly...
Where did he come from, the Tigers?
Tigers. I guess that's the thought process behind it. But I don't know how Manly comes out of this good at all. We save a couple of bucks on a few games for the remainder of the season.
Why wouldn't you just say you're not going? You're contracted to the end of the year. Shut up and play rugby league football.
Well, that's what I would be thinking, especially because we're still in the hunt for the finals.
We're not out of the hunt, mate. 2 points back.
We're still in the hunt.
Plenty
right?
of football
Say
to
what you
play.
want, but there's 5 rounds. We're still in the hunt.
Plenty of football to play. I'm more concerned, Tom, about the rift.
Yeah, the rift is concerning.
And about this Josh Schuster news because...
He's been on the fucking bench every single week. He was a starting back rower last year.
What's going on? I actually thought he was playing well in the back row. And then he got dropped, and now I'm like,
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ola Kawachi is obviously a thoroughbred of note, and Craig Davies snaps people.
Dude, Craig Davey apparently gone to the Dogs.
Oh, fuck's sake. We're falling apart at the seams.
Dude.
Oh, we're falling apart at the seams.
What the fuck is going on?
When was Craig Davey announced?
I saw that Clarkie's the bearer of bad news for me with Manly. I see it on his goddamn column. It's like Manly's fucked.
Yeah, I'm looking at that post now. I saw it yesterday. So he's saying, per News Corp, Bulldogs have signed him on a 2-year deal from 2023.
Fuck me dead, bro. What the fuck are we doing?
And now Josh Schuster's on the out? What the fuck is going on? You need to go in there and placate him. Is that the word?
Yeah, it is, Eddie. It's
Make
placation.
him feel nice and hot and sexy.
You talking about Schuster or Craig?
Schuster.
I like
Craig's
Craig.
gone. Well,
Yeah,
Craig's
but
gone.
I know, but I mean, why would you let Craig go?
But hear me
He's
out.
walking away.
From the troubles in his life.
Yeah, fair call.
Hear me out. Kieran Foran's gone. One of the fucking worst decisions in the history of the club. Let's assume that's fact. Now you got Craig Davey of walking away fame. That leaves Josh Schuster either for 6 and fucking potentially
In the back row.
Back
we've
row
got-
if you want to play him there.
We've got a guy from the Tigers coming he actually looked pretty good yesterday. I don't remember his name, but
Point is this, Tom.
It's not good. It's not good.
If Clarkie's to be believed, then I don't think there's any reason why I wouldn't believe him.
Oh, Kelma Tuolangi.
Tuolangi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's good.
If the club needs to bring us in to do some placating,
Well, we'll placate
I'll placate.
by any means necessary.
If placation's what's needed, if that's what Josh needs to feel loved and wanted, then I'm happy to do it. You and I can wine and dine 69 Josh.
If that's what is needed, I don't know that 69 is going to be, but I mean, like, I get it. Just in terms of, but yes, we can.
Sure.
We can do it.
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically. Metaphorically. We don't want to fucking, otherwise he will leave.
Yeah, sure. Look, we'll leave it up to him. We'll see what he wants to do. But not good signs coming out of Manly. Now,
No.
we are now 2 points behind the Raiders and the Roosters, which means that we're in a fucking pickle. We've got the Eels this weekend who beat the Panthers, but I think we all know that was a hollow victory
Yes.
for reasons we'll get to.
Well, Nathan Cleary basically folding up fucking...
Well, he thought he was playing bull rush at school time, you know what I mean? At the lunchtime break, and he's just picked some beater up and driven him.
Yeah.
The beater turns out to be Dylan
Brown.
Brown of Storework fame.
Yeah,
So
of not a beater.
not a beater fame. But made him look like one.
The Roosters, I can't... who are they playing? The
Roosters have got
Broncos.
Broncos and Raiders have got Penrith this weekend.
It's getting...
See, they could both lose that game. So the problem is for
But you know
us...
Mitch Moses is out.
That's good for us.
Fucking oath it is.
That's great for us. Jacob Arthur of getting booed by his own fans fame. How fucking disgusting are para fans. So Broncos need to bounce back. They will beat the Roosters. They look like shit, the Roosters. Lindsay Collins, you would assume, is out for the season.
The Roosters look like shit, but so did the Broncos.
Yes, I know. But the Broncos, I think maybe it's like, all right, now we're back. Because they beat the Eels a week before. Now it's like turnaround time.
The Roosters look like pure shit. I would not be buoyed by that performance at all.
No. Dude, Listo shared an article. It was like, are the Roosters the only team that can beat Penrith to the grand final? I'm like, what the fuck are you
That's
talking
the
about?
dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
What are you talking about?
Watch the Rabbits put 50 on the Roosters in the last game of the year at the new stadium.
Yeah. Dragons will lose to the Sharks, so it's like, all right, catch you later, Dragons. There is a Dragons fan online who is electric. I can't stop watching his shit. I'm going to send it to you, Dave. This guy is, I don't know exactly what the fuck.
Dribbler?
That's Brave Dog. He's called Brave Dog's the Bulldogs guy who paints himself like Braveheart, which I'm also a huge fan of. Shout out to Brave Dog, wherever you are. I have to find this thing here. What's he called? Mad Dragons Vodcast. Dave, you're going to need to get this guy up. He puts up like revved up videos every week. And he's basically done like his own Matty Nable rev up whilst walking. But he's got a fucking, he's got a, what do they call? A pole? One of those camera poles? Selfie stick?
You've got the sound.
Oh,
over
yeah.
there.
Oh, take him back. You got to unmute the video.
Well, g'day, Dragons fans. It's game day. We're up against the Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys are in second spot. They're a pretty bloody good team.
Oh, he's down the footy
No
oval.
one's really given us a chance. But the Cowboys in Cogra? Please. They've won just twice in Cogra since 1996. And the last time was 2003. Meanwhile, the
He's
Dragons,
gone the big Matty Naves, hasn't he?
Dragons at home are a different beast. We've won 7 in a row. That's down to you, the fans. Every time the fans make some noise, it lifts the team to another level. But your job's not done.
Oh
You've got to
my
get down there
God.
to Cogra today and lift the boys another time to another level. We're taking on the second place Cowboys. It's up to you to fire them up. So come on, Dragons fans.
Oh my god! Is that legit?
Yeah, dude, go to his.
Is that legit?
Go to his page.
Oh my god!
Dude, can we follow him? Is this out? Or is that yours, Dave?
Nah, this is me.
All right, go down.
Dude.
He does these every week, I'm pretty sure. Let's find another one, dude. These get me fucking hard. I'm like, this guy is...
Oh, dude. That's got me toey
Yeah,
for Rugby
dude.
League, bro.
G'day, Dragons fans. It's game day.
They got pumped as
My
well.
message is for you, the fans.
Oh, he's got music underneath.
34-8.
We're always there. We are the St. George Boys. We have a game today.
Imagine your dad doing this in the other room.
We're what? We have come to fight. We're the Dragons. We're the Dragons. Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are, where we come from.
Oh my god.
Red and white to me. I'm a one-eyed dragon supporter. We are red. We are white. We are flying.
Oh my
diamond.
god.
Give them a taste. Give them a taste of steel. Oh, in the sea. If you're up against the jaws, you better be better than the best. So it's time for the players.
Oh my god.
Match our passion. Match our intensity. Only you can silence the critics. Only you can keep the wolves at bay. Only you can save our season. The fans will be fired up. The fans are always fired up. They'll be behind you 100%, doing everything in their power to inspire you. Do it for the club. Do it for the jersey. Do it for the fans. Hell, do it for me. We need this.
Oh, my God,
We
dude.
all need this. It's your turn. It's your turn. It's time for the players to fire up. Bigger, faster, stronger, better. Believe it in your core. Believe it in your soul.
Oh my god.
Believe in yourself. You can do this. All you've got to do is fire up. Come on.
That was
Dude,
sensational.
Make sure you include
stuff.
those in the video, Tobler.
The Mad Dragon.
Send those to Tobler.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude. Mad Dragon's vodcast is shout out to that guy.
that
He's a
was
fucking weapon.
special.
Yeah, dude. That's as rugby league as it gets.
You want to know what a dribbler? You want a
That's
dribbler?
it. Yeah.
Bang.
Dribbler. Bang.
Right there.
Bang.
That's a dribbler.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That
Yeah,
was
bro.
special.
Yeah.
Oh, God. How do you top that? Where
Well,
do you
you-
go to
no,
from there?
I know, I
Like,
know.
the segment's over.
Yeah. Like that guy.
He just fucking forked. He just pinned that
Dude,
bitch.
I want to. That's something we got to look at. We got to watch him every week pre-Dragons game. I don't. When does he post them? Hopefully not game day. I hope he posts them like on a Thursday when we can fucking watch him on the pod. But I want to see. I'd love to see his like raps after a loss. I'd want to
he-
see that man dejected and talking about his team's performance.
Well, as soon as the podcast's off, we'll get some food and we'll whack it on the telly.
But I'm saying I don't know if he has.
Oh, he doesn't do them.
I don't know.
He must. If he does a vodcast, he'd do them.
You'd hope so.
A vodcast video podcast.
Yeah, but maybe that's the extent of it. Who knows? Anyway, shout out to the Mad Dragons vodcast. Cleary, Luai out for the remainder of the season. Well, until finals.
No, Cleary's Luai's
Cleary-
back a couple of weeks into finals. And
So
Cleary's-
So Luai not till a couple of weeks into finals. Cleary first week of finals.
Yes. Assuming he gets 5 weeks.
Yeah. So that Eels wins hollow. But whatever. Congrats to the Eels.
What was he thinking?
I don't think he's thinking, mate. He never does that. It was an accident. As in not an accident, but like an accident
Brain
in that
fart.
it's yeah. Good, like fucking solid hit though. He fucking
Oh, fucking oath. Like he gave it to him.
Nath can tackle.
Fucking oath he can. He drove him.
Yeah.
But like,
Can't be doing that,
you
mate.
can't be doing that, mate.
I thought the
Jesus
George
Christ.
Burgess red card was Tom Burgess was complete horseshit. I don't know if anyone saw that South v Sharks.
Yeah, like to give a red for that is weird.
That was ridiculous.
Like I get yellow, but you just never really see reds for high tackles unless they're fucking.
it
grim,
wasn't
which
it
wasn't
actually
that bad.
came up off his arms as well. Like it was again,
Yeah.
give him 10, even
And-
though because it was kind of like careless, but
Yeah, he was coming from side on. It's not like he was front on swinging arm into
nah,
his chin.
that was
It like-
stupid, dude. That was dumb. That was just dumb. Broncos season I mean, they have to bounce back now after losing to the Tigers. Tigers 13 plus.
The Sharks-Rabbitohs game was good.
That was
Did
a
you
good
watch
game.
it?
Sharks
It was a
Rabbitohs.
ripper.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah. That was a good
fucking
game.
ripper.
That was a good game.
I
Trell
thoroughly
missed
enjoyed
fucking
it.
a bunch of. Well,
Yeah,
they
he
all did.
did.
There was a few droppies.
Unlike him,
I thought he was going to crunch them. Good game though. Really good game.
Heaving Shark Park.
Yeah.
Full house.
Full house.
Love to see it. They're both fucking. They're both in good nick.
Yeah.
At this time of year because
Yeah.
everyone else is playing indifferently. Like the Storm don't look good at all.
So cows look like
Cows
they are.
look good. The cows look good, but then Broncos lose to the fucking Tigers 32-18.
Tigers have get these games in them though, so I'm not too. If I'm the Broncos, I'm not too worried, and that's just here. Obviously, when we do the DMP podcast with Kempy, I'll be singing from a different hymn sheet.
Oh, you must. You must.
But the Cows hump the Dragons. I love that, especially after seeing the Dragons fan fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Doggies though. Doggies Knights. Knights done.
Doggies march
Doggies.
on.
Doggies.
Doggies march on.
Doggies.
I'm a big doggies guy, bro.
Doggies. Birdo.
Birdo.
Fox. Carraz.
Carraz got a couple, did he?
He got a hat trick, I think. Yeah.
Good for you, bro. We love that. Jacob Carraz getting
Yeah.
it done.
We do like that. Is there anything else from the world of rugby league we're missing here?
Mate, outside of the big suspensions. Oh, yeah. So how long's Moses out for?
He's a while, isn't he?
Could be sidelined for the remainder of the regular season.
Shit.
Broken finger.
This is good for me. Manly need
We need some luck. We need some luck. You know, like, can we get some fucking luck?
What have we got to do for luck? Is there a luck well I can go and fucking stick a bucket into? Like, what's
Possibly.
going on here?
Possibly.
It's been one of the worst weeks of all time, and then Clarkey rubbing salt in the wounds has really pissed me off.
Yeah.
Don't know if that was necessary. Kicking us while we're down, Clarkey.
Yeah. Shout out to Clarkey. Good work. I like
Oh,
Clarkey.
he does great work.
But unfortunately, he's the bearer of bad news for us.
Did I need to be kicked?
Didn't need to be kicked.
That's what I'd ask.
I would
Tom.
have preferred not to be kicked.
Tom, I'd ask you don't kick me while I'm down.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
That's what I'd ask. That's rugby league.
That's rugby league. Shout out to KO. That's rugby league. Shout out to KO. Eddie, a quick congratulations to some dear friends of ours. Obviously, we were at this event, but you know, just this is our first opportunity to publicly congratulate Gaz LFC90 and Ash Barty on their nuptials.
Look, it was a beautiful wedding.
It was a beautiful wedding. We did speak. It was sort of last minute that we were asked to speak. We didn't expect it to happen, but it was beautiful, and we sort of just spoke off the cuff, but from the heart, and I think that really meant a lot to both of them.
Well, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Obviously, you know, Tom and I were pulling at the heartstrings, did a great job of it.
Well, I think the song, I think when we sort of
when we break into harmonisation.
Yeah, that's when people sort of the goosebumps come out
That's
and then the
exactly
tears
right.
start.
That's where the tears started flowing. Look, it's not unusual. You get that with harmonising, but...
And a wedding's already an emotional time, and then when we sing an emotional song, Amazing Grace.
And there was a lot of love in the air.
Yeah.
Amazing Grace always goes over
Yeah,
well.
it goes well.
Always goes over well. So that was nice. Ash looked great.
Gaz LFC90 looked good.
He looked.
He scrubs up. He scrubs up.
He scrubs
Gaz.
up. Yeah.
LFC90.
I was impressed to see him so scrubbed up.
Yeah, it was good. Combed his hair for once in his life, the
I
silly
know,
bastard.
I
We were like,
know.
come on, Gaz LFC90, comb your fucking hair.
Yeah, Uncle Jeff had never seen him with comb.
No, I know. Well, mate, it's your wedding day. If ever you're going to comb your hair, Gaz LFC90, it's today.
Yeah, lovely to meet the family.
Yeah.
Again.
Mama LFC90, Papa LFC90.
Yeah. The LFC90 is great people.
They are. They're a lovely family. They're a beautiful family. And again, we were just humbled to be invited. Great day, great
Humble
night.
but not surprised.
Well, completely unsurprised, but humbled nonetheless. You're humbled. I mean, I get humbled, you know.
You get
If you fucking buy me lunch, I'm humbled. You know what I mean?
you get humble when you eat a pie. for
Yes,
God's sake.
exactly. Yeah. Well, that can humble you, depending on the ingredients. But yeah, just a quick shout out to them. Congratulations. And now we're just waiting on pups. You know what I mean? Just little pups, little LFC90s and running around.
Little LFC90 juniors.
I don't know if she's changed her name to Ash LFC90 or not.
She has.
Has she changed
Well,
it?
she said she's going to.
But I think front facing, it's probably still going to be Ash Barty for like branding purposes.
Yeah. But I think behind the scene, like a license and
Your license and should be Ash LFC90.
That's right, yeah.
That's nice.
Yep. I think that's beautiful.
I think it's really nice. Look, it's traditional. We aren't sitting here saying you have to take the last names or anything, but it's traditional and it's sweet. I think it's
Exactly.
sweet.
like Gaz could have taken her last name and been Gaz Barty, but
Doesn't
it
have the
doesn't have the
same
same
ring
ring
to
to it. I think you're leaving a great last name on the table, not taking the LFC90
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Looks good on a license.
Looks
good
great on a license.
passport.
It looks a bit exotic.
100% Mrs. Ashley LFC90.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Great for signing up for email addresses. Not many people can have that combination.
That's it as well. ashlfc90@gmail.com is not going to be taken.
I'd be shocked if it was. Absolutely shocked. So, congratulations. Hope you like the wedding present. A knife set, obviously.
Well, and a decanter. Let's not just
And a decanter.
some crystal stemware.
And a nude of Tom and I.
Tasteful though. It was tasteful. It's something,
Sculptures.
but like big to put in sort of like the entry to your house or something. Something. You know,
Picture Michelangelo's David.
yeah, but with
But
bigger
it's Tom
dicks.
and I.
Bigger dicks, and that's only
And we're
because
holding each other's.
and the water's coming out.
Yeah. Into each other's mouths.
And the dicks are obviously the artist's interpretation of, we asked him to add a couple inches, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And
Bit more
girth.
width, bit more girth.
Yeah,
Bit more
girth, length, veins.
Bit veinier, please.
That's what it's called. Yeah, the thing's actually called, the sculpture's called girth
Girth with
length,
vein.
girth, length, vein. The guys are really...
Not by Michelangelo.
No, well, but I think it was
But by
a
a
descendant. A descendant of Michelangelo, and that's in the foyer of the LFC90
The foyer.
residence. Foyer. And it's a water feature.
It's also a bubbler.
Yeah, what's that? Anyway, congratulations.
Yeah.
It's a happy couple.
Let us dribble.
Let us pray.
G'day, Tom and Eddie, your toddler. Just a little rant about Union. When they do the World Cup draw for the pools, they do it like 2+ years out. It's all based on like the standings then. It really fucks me off because every time the teams are always going through really kind of like 4 stages where they're like developing young players and whatever for their ranking jobs. And now we're going into the year of the World Cup, and the current top 4 being Ireland, South Africa, New Zealand, and France, only 2 of them can possibly make the semi-finals because of like the draws, because of all their rankings like 2 years ago. It kind of annoys me because you want those blockbuster fucking clashes in the top, the semis and the finals. You want everything to go up to it. But yeah, a bit annoying. Anyway, Wallaby World Cups, maybe 2027, definitely not 2023. Manly Premiership next year though. Let's go. Cheers, boys.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because you want to see the best playing the best. I understand that. I don't know why they do the draws that early out. I know in the past it's worked against us. I remember Ireland was in our pool once, and they basically only focused on beating us because they wanted to top the pool. That was maybe 2 World Cups ago or 3 World Cups ago, and they got the chockies over us. I don't know why they don't do the draw 6 months out.
It would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? As
But then
to
it's like,
what this
this
dribbler's
is-
saying. You've got actually like the biggest dicks in the room at the, when the whips are cracking.
Well, you want the big willies on show when the whips are cracking, Tom.
Well, when all the cameras are on, you want all the big willies out. You don't want to have all the big willies out pre-camera or post-camera. You want them all out when the cameras are on.
That's exactly right. Not
So-
the lead up, not after the show's over.
Yeah.
When the show's on.
I was watching just the sevens last night in the Commonwealth Games, and in a rugby context, I hate South Africa more than any other country in the world. Like, the Poms are the Poms and whatever, but the Poms are kind of losers. I don't know. I just hate South African rugby so much. No offense, Dave. Fucking...
No, I'm with you on that.
I just can't stand them, dude. When the South Africans win, I'm not happy.
Yeah. We're always reared on a healthy diet of like, they're dirty players as well. And they'll rock
they
your
are.
head and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You remember that was like, that was the narrative growing
Well,
up?
that's just the way South Africans play rugby, IMO. But, yeah, dude. I agree with the dribbler. He makes a good point. I don't know why they don't.
Also, shout out to the female sevens who did win.
Got the goal,
Commonwealth Games.
baby.
Beat New Zealand and Fiji to get the goal, baby.
Well, that's how the best got to do it. Our girls rip.
Our golden girls
Our golden
have
girls.
always been golden. There's a reason they're called golden girls, because they are
Golden.
forever golden.
Well said, Eddie.
Thanks, buddy. I've been working on the show this morning.
Oh, really? Working on it.
Yeah, I worked on it
Oh, good for you, man.
in the shower.
Oh, nice.
Just well,
Cold shower? Silly.
warm.
Soft cock.
Let me to work it.
Pussy.
You know?
Well, yeah, good luck. Good luck working in a cold shower.
Can it be done?
You'd have to
Hey,
go and
boys,
work.
You'd have to go.
You'd
and
have to
work.
go and work and then try and continue to work.
Can you work it in a cold shower?
You couldn't work it. You'd have to go and work.
But has anyone worked it in a cold shower?
Probably.
Probably Wim Hof. Can it be
Yeah.
done? Can it be done?
Well, you'd think it would have been done for years before the invention of the warm shower.
I don't know that
Well,
anyone
I
would be
don't-
opting for it. I just don't think you would have worked it in the cold
exactly.
shower.
I think you go, I'll work it
I'll work it somewhere
at
else.
other times.
Yeah, I'll work it in bed.
Yeah. I'll work it
Fucking
Down
at
by-
other times of the day.
down in the bush.
Yeah.
In the
Out in the
outhouse.
back house.
Yeah.
Outhouse.
Outhouse. A lot of work and done.
Up in the
there.
wool shed.
A lot of work and done.
Yeah. Heaps of work and being done up there. Out in the yards.
Yep.
In the car.
Yep.
Anyway.
We move on.
Hey boys, Dog and Rat Dribbler here. Just came across something on the TikTok, and I thought you boys might enjoy. Dior, you might fucking enjoy this one after ripping a few bongs on a Saturday and cooked as. But who picks up guide dog shit?
Died.
Yeah, one to think
Guide.
about. Cheers, boys.
I'm not following that.
Who
John.
picks up guide dog poo?
Oh, guide dog shit. That is a good question. I wonder whether those dogs are so highly trained they know not to go poopsy out on a walk.
Well,
Maybe also if you're blind, your sense of smell's heightened. Just
unless they are potty trained, they've got to shit somewhere. And he's merely asking the question, who's picking that up?
damn, dude. That's all I'm saying is that maybe it's the Daredevil situation. You know, Ben Affleck, Daredevil. He's blind, but it also means that he's like fucking senses are heightened. So maybe they just got to like sniff around. The dog, you're holding onto the dog as well, so you know when it's shitting. It's not like it just trots off to the part.
Well, I think there must be some sort of tell that'll nudge you twice in the knee or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, you just got to smell out a turd.
You just got to smell out a turd, put the plastic bag over the hand.
What if it's a Birmingham situation?
As in like a, well, what the fuck's that, man?
You can't smell.
Oh. Glad I didn't agree or admit to anything there. I was like, well, yeah, the Birmingham situation. You poo yourself all the time. If you can't smell, then you're in big trouble. Because you can't see, you can't smell. Maybe you got to maybe he gives you a tell then. You got to get right down, just hold your hands under it.
I see what poos into your hands.
Yes.
Or he nudges you and goes, open the bag.
Yeah, poos into the bag.
Poos into a bag.
It's not
Jesus.
impossible. There's workarounds. We put men on the moon, we can work this out.
Or maybe when you get home, he goes, you stay here, I'm just going to nip out into the woodlands.
Or you just open the back door, just let me nip out here, I got to go and do some business.
Yeah.
And then maybe you have someone like a friend who comes over once a week and cleans up the shits from the backyard.
Jeez, it's a curly one. No real answers
Well-
other than to think that,
I think we've come up with some answers.
Or does the dog bury it?
Have we taught this dog to dig? Now, do we teach him to use a shovel or is he using his hands?
I
and
think
feet?
he uses his hands and feet, digs a little hole, in it goes, and then covers it back up. Genius.
I'm not mad at that.
No, I'm not mad at that.
We start feeding him some, food with seeds in them. Now you've got plants growing in the backyard.
Yeah.
You got fruit trees and shit.
Then you got lemons.
Lemons. Life gives you lemons.
Yep.
Give them to your dog. Get him to shit in your backyard.
Whoops.
Now
Now
you
you
got
got
lemon tree.
mandarins.
Well, no, that's a lemon, but
Well, I'm saying lemons, mandarins.
well, they're not the same though. You
No, but I'm
understand
saying there's no shortage of what you could feed this dog.
Okay, well,
in
you
order to
started
get-
off saying lemons and then finished what you said with mandarins, which to me is two different fruits. Both are from the citrus family. I'll give you that.
I'm just saying, if he's planting citrus trees, you're putting a mandarin tree. as
Well, I'd be putting a mandarin tree in pre-lemons probably.
you reckon?
Now I say that I don't.
What about
know.
limes?
Well, lime's undefeated in the
Limes,
citrus
lemons, mandarins. Rate them.
power rankings.
We got a tree going in, courtesy of this pooch.
Fuck. See, the mandarin is only really good in winter, so I'm thinking like versatility.
Well, it's good eating.
It's good eating. It's great eating. but it's from winter. So that's why I think it can't move from second spot, though, at a worst, because it is good eating. When it comes to lemons and limes, I think the lime bests the lemon.
More versatile.
Yeah, and just probably tastier, even though it's sour.
You can do more from a drink perspective.
You can. So I think it's got to be a lime or a lime, mandarin.
Also good with fish.
Yeah, lime, mandarin, lemon. I use some lime on the weekend to cook some fish. Sorry, some chicken. Sorry.
Okay, we'll go and clear that up.
So what would your power rankings be?
Yeah, I'll probably go with that.
Lime, mandarin, lemon.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Hey, leave a comment in the YouTube. 1, 2, 3. Power rankings. We need to know the answer to this.
It's really important.
Yeah.
So spend time.
Spend your time thinking about it and then typing it into YouTube and comment,
5 stars, subscribe.
Yeah. Let's move on. Don't even remember what that question was.
Don't know why without you it's hard to survive. But every time we touch, I get the feeling. But every time we kiss, I swear I'll fly. Thank you, my heart beats fast. I want you to laugh. And bother me. You've reached Potts Point Dribbler and the Lonely Nights Dribbler. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep.
I don't know what song that was. I tried.
Every time I touch, I get the feeling. Every time I touch, I swear I'm alive.
Is it a new song?
No. Every time we touch by Cascader from 1992.
And then I think it was been remixed. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry,
You've never heard that?
not based on those two renditions that I've been presented with.
I'm confused by that dribble though.
Yep.
I think they were trying to pull a bit of a Uno reverse card on us by saying leave a message after the beep at the end, in the hope that we might be confused into thinking.
And leave a message. Hi, it's Tom and Eddie here from Hello Sport. Number 6 podcast in the country last week. Sorry. Number 4 if you remove Joe Rogan.
Yeah. What flavor vape is your favorite?
Is that what they said?
No, that's what I'm asking them. That's the dribble I have.
Oh,
for
yeah,
them.
because that's all we would get asked. Yeah, what's your favorite breakfast?
Oh, right.
Yeah, what do you like to eat after you're hungover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good question, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's old school.
What's your
dribble.
go-to?
Yeah, what's your go-to?
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Tom, Eddie, that other cunt. How the fuck are you, boys? It's the crying tiger here. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's been a hard year. Fuck me. Oh, but none harder than tonight. Oh, I'm calling as of Sunday night after watching the Cowboys somehow oh, fuck. Oh, somehow beat us. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I'm still waiting I'm waiting for answers. Somebody, how the fuck? What? Oh God! What? Oh Jesus! Were they even allowed to challenge that? What the fuck? I like Tommy Dearden. I like the Cowboys, but what the fuck?
I think this is old.
It has to be.
Yeah, it's from last week.
Fuck it off.
Yeah, because we didn't do the dribbles last week.
Okay,
Felt
yeah.
bad for the crying tiger.
Sorry, Tigers.
Sorry, Tigers.
Too late.
You're old.
So much has happened since that moment. You know what I mean? Like the very fabric of the game has changed since that moment.
You won.
And you won against the Broncos.
So,
probably not crying anymore.
Crying with happiness.
Maybe.
Tom, Eddie, Dior, it's the Kicking Tea Dribbler. I come to you from the throes of COVID, but I've actually got a far more interesting story to tell you. I've just done some Dioring, and it looks like Holly Valance of Hot Neighbours fame has just sold her mansion in America for $126 million. Now, firstly, I was baffled that Holly Valance was even still around. Turns out that Holly's gone on to marry an English billionaire. He's a luxury property developer, and his net worth is about $2 billion. Firstly, I just wanted to sort of do a shout out and a congrats to Holly, who's gone on to marry Rich. Following a long line of good Aussie dribblers that have gone on to do this, thinking people like sort of Miranda Kerr. But anyway, I just firstly shout out to Holly. I think that's just eyes up footy to just go and marry an absolute bajillionaire. But my question to you guys is, if you two had the chance to be swept off your feet by some multinational Egyptian prince who was worth an entire country, would we still get the podcast from you every week? If you were parked up in some Versace mansion for the rest of your days, would you still be recording the potty Monday and Thursday? Would you still come to the punter and the dribbler? Would you still try and connect with us, on a weekly level? That's all from me, boys. Isolation soon.
I'll always need a dose of dribble.
Oh, fucking oath, bro.
I don't think I'd dribble as much, but I'd still dribble.
Mate, I would.
Would I be knocking 4 or 5 potties out a week? Probably not.
No, but I mean, we would continue. At least in my opinion, I wouldn't be knocking out 4 or 5 a week, but I'd be knocking out at least one.
I'd be doing at least one.
Max 2.
Wouldn't be doing more than 2.
No.
I'd do Monday and I'd entertain Thursday. And that'd be it.
That'd be all. And then everything else would be just purely focused around sunning my dick.
That's exactly right. I'd do it poolside.
Yeah.
Tommy's margarita and ham.
Well, we'd have the
rosé.
technical capabilities to do it from anywhere, and it'd just be us sunning
and
our
I'd be
dicks.
getting fed grapes.
Yeah.
And blue cheese on a nice biscuit.
This might be controversial. I'm kind of over grapes. I like them, and I'll eat one.
No, I like grapes.
But I'm over them. Grapes can chill.
You're over grapes?
Yeah, they're not that.
Have you eaten too many grapes?
No, not even that I've eaten too many.
Cherries?
Cherries are great. Olives are fine. They're not the same things as grapes, though.
I'm just you'll be getting fed them, though.
Yeah, well, cherries would go. Cherries, unfortunately, the seeds are a bit of a pain in the ass, but
you could get. I think that if you've got a bajillionaire husband that's just swept you off your feet, they could deep hit them.
Yeah, if you're not paying me $10 an hour to stand there with a bowl and catch your cherry pips as you spit out, I'm a bit hurt that you wouldn't take me with you.
You wouldn't even just go.
You just spit them at Dave.
And I just have to run around the room and catch them.
Yeah,
he could be our fucking cherry pip guy.
Yeah. Look, that's not a bad idea. That could work.
It would work.
Yeah, that would work.
Look, I'd like to be swept off my feet.
By a bajillionaire?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Just to see what that high life's like.
Yeah, like some absolute...
Like how high is it?
Bullshit ridiculous, like not ever care in the world. You see them all, like your Steph Currys and I know they're not billionaires, but like just the highly, highly rich people in Europe at the moment. Because you got friends who are in Europe who are just like going to Europe, like we would all go to Europe or on holidays, like which is, And then you see the motherfuckers who it's just like Robbie Williams I saw in a video, just on some huge fucking yacht dancing around in bloody, just in the sun. I can feel that hot air and just the...
Can you feel Robbie's energy?
I can feel Robbie's body heat, basically. Yeah. I can feel the salty Robbie Williams body heat dancing in front of me.
Robbie's got it.
Robbie's got it, dude. But he's just like, what? I'm just rolling off the back of my super yacht into the water and then just like floating there until one of my helpers drags me back up and I just lay on the deck.
Yep. And then I'm dragged to bed.
Then I'm dragged to bed, or you know what I mean? Maybe drag the shower just to get a quick rinse off. You don't.
You'd be dragged. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. I was aware that Holly had gone on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, I was aware of that.
And I was proud of her.
Yeah.
Shout out to Holly. She's gone a long way.
She has.
Long, long way.
Let's move on.
Tom Eddie, Dior, Double, how you doing? Just listening to the DMC podcast where you guys are talking about the women in league round, your favourite footballers, women footballers in the NRLW. I think Denon said Keely Davis. I'd like to give you a little yarn. Up in Brisbane for Magic Round a number of weeks ago, I think it was a Saturday night, we were out and met 3:30 in the morning. I'm wearing my summer tan, and who walks up to me and grabs it with Sean O'Sullivan of backup Panthers fame, and who's with her? With Keely Davis. Keely Davis has asked him to buy my summer tan hat off me, and let me tell you, she's a fan of the heart, fan of the body, I believe anyway. And yeah, so I just want to give you that yarn. So shout out to Keely Davis. Shout out to Summer Tans Forever. And cheers, mate.
Love it.
Love that. Keely, if you're listening, you can have one.
Reach out, we'll get you a hat.
If you're listening.
If you're listening. This is like that when Jimmy Wilson of Jim Wilson fame, does the 2GB drive survive or drive fire. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he calls it up. And if you don't answer, if you answer and go like 2GB fucking for me, $9,000 Jimmy was going for on Friday.
Fair income.
They didn't answer.
No.
So they just kill his chance. You're listening.
This is, look,
You got
valuations have put it close to $9,000.
Yeah, exactly. You got to answer fucking.
You gotta
Dribble
answer.
with Hello Sport, and we're not going to call you, so it's going to be tough. But you might have to send you might need to hit the Dribble hotline, send in a voice note,
Or just inbox us saying.
It'd be easier probably that way. Just
do
inbox
that.
us. Say
You'll be fine.
Inbox us saying I dribble with Hello Sport.
Yep. And you get a hat. You'll win a hat.
Yeah.
Just pay for postage.
But if everyone else, don't do it thinking you're going to get one. It's only if she does it.
Oh, no one else gets one.
No.
It's not applicable to anyone else except her.
Yeah.
On we go. Getting hungry.
I can't eat.
Ahoy, boys. How's it going? I'm here at a charity soccer day and ran into Jarchi of We Mean Well fame. We actually played him in the first game, smoked him 1-0.
Jarch playing?
Then was watching his second game, and he had an absolutely open goal and then toe bashed and it hit the wall and went nowhere close. It was great.
What?
But it got me thinking. Eddie, when you were a part of the media game, how many billboards did you buy off him? And then how many lunches did he take you on? Thanks, boys.
Did we?
That wasn't my racket.
No.
I was like digital marketing, so that billboard game wasn't my thing. So he didn't take me on any lunches, the stingy prick. I mean, we could have sorted something out, but we never did. I'm more interested in the fact that he was playing in a charity soccer game and he duffed it right in front.
I'm not surprised he duffed it right in front. He's not coordinated.
He's very uncoordinated, which is, you'd probably look at him and you go, yeah, bit of a stallion, got it together.
He's
very
like athletic.
confident.
Like he's like his vertical would be. He'd probably do well in a combine.
He's a high jumper.
He can jump. He can run fast. He's agile. But if you were to like ask him to do shit with his hands, much like yourself, completely useless, completely unco. Him as well. And I'm pointing at Eddie for those of you just listening. Unco. As a bit about him, he's fit, right? Like, yeah, I got an engine on me, but like, couldn't juggle to save his life. And juggling's hard, I get that, but probably couldn't kick a ball or pass a ball or play cricket or like defend a shot. So I'm shocked to hear that Judge is playing a charity soccer game because he's unco like Eddie.
Do you think he was maybe the charity?
Well, it could have been. Or it could have been, I mean, fuck.
Charity for people who aren't coordinated and chinless.
Unco fucks.
Charity for the chinless.
Chinless uncos. I don't know. Food for thought.
No lunches.
No.
Probably ate a lunch from Judge.
Yeah.
Probably am.
Yeah. Well, so am I probably.
Fix that door as well.
He did?
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah. He didn't do it. I was like, you know what? My parents are coming down this weekend. I need to put the door on. It's clear to all and sundry that Jarch isn't going to do it.
No. I thought he came over to do it before he came into the live stream.
Yeah, but then we ran out of time, so we left. He came over like, fuck. He was like, oh, it'll take 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Didn't take 2 minutes.
Jarch.
And then I noticed when we were fixing it, or trying to, that he was getting grease from like, the hinge part and like wiping it all over the door. Not on purpose, but he was, and it was annoying me. And then I had to go wipe that all off. So that's, half an hour I can't get back from Jarch.
No. Well, you can in the form of a lunch.
Plus the red wine spill.
Maybe we make him take us to lunch on Friday.
Well, you and I have a lunch spot that's opened up.
We have. We've got a lunch spot that's opened up. We've just become free for a lunch on Friday, which, rolling that into a live stream. So
well, that's all right. We can roll it in.
Who wants to take us to lunch?
Who wants to wine and dine us? Because I'm in the mood to be wined.
Well, I was,
dined.
and the reasons the lunch had to be moved are all completely reasonable. But now we do have a lunch spot that's opened up.
Yep.
That's just a fact.
We like Mr. Wong's. Keep that in mind.
It's worth noting.
I wouldn't ignore it. Well, that's all right. We're getting the grannies.
Yeah.
And martinis.
Yeah. Dirty M's. All right. Last one.
Two more.
Yeah, boys. Big ball dribbler here. I'm in the line to get a bundy at the Wentworth Dogs, and this bloke behind me goes, hey, mate, I saw a Manly version of that 13-plus jumper you got there. But yeah. Oh, the Hello Sport boys do a New South Wales one too. He's like, oh, yeah, check this out. I'm a Manly fan. I've got 3 Tom Trbojevic signed footy cards in my pocket. And he shows me those. I'm like, yeah, it's sick, mate, sick. Anyway, so I go to the bar, I order a Bundy and Coke, and the guy behind the bar goes, mate, did he just have signed footy cards? I'm like, yeah. He goes, fuck, that is dribbly. So we both did a little brush past the nose thing. Like we both knew. We're like, yeah, fuck yeah. Anyway, that's all I've got.
That's very dribbly.
It's to carry them around on your person is fucking dribbly.
It's absurdly dribbly.
3 signed Tom Trbojevic playing cards. I assume they're all the same.
And I'm assuming if you're just carrying them around, they are losing value with every fucking time you step out of the house because they're not kept in any mint condition.
Well, unless he's got them on a necklace like Logan Paul did that Charizard.
Dude, we should get Tom Trbojevic cards put on necklaces.
And get it. Oh, yeah. Like Logan Paul. Exactly the same.
Dude, he's got Pokemon cards. We get Tommy Turbo playing cards.
Yes.
Look into that. Note that down. Tobler, Dave, we need to get some Tom Trbojevic Logan Paul necklaces. Yes, dude. Yes. Or if someone wants to make them for us, there might be a baggy green in it for you.
Well, there would be.
There would be. Not might be, would be. They'd need to be
We
sick,
also
though.
need them graded. You want like the grading, like the PSA grading or whatever.
Yeah. And happy for these to be one of ones made by a very wily, creative dribbler. The necklaces need to be cool. It can't be like on a lanyard.
If you send a lanyard in,
yeah, you get shouted down.
You know, there will be no baggy green.
And for those of you that are waiting on baggy greens, good news, they have arrived. So that's, our Ned Kelly helmet dribbler. We've got fucking Kicking T dribbler's got one coming. Henry's got one coming.
There's one more.
Liam Brennan of...
Has he still not got his?
No. Well, mate, they only just fucking arrived. Baggy greens take time, baby. But
also
tell you what, if you're getting them in, they're here now. If you're getting us a fucking Tom Trbojevic, Jake Paul-esque necklace, 2 of them.
Also, the lunch will be going ahead. I would suggest early December.
Yeah.
So
this is if you want to be a part of the lunch.
Get in touch with us.
If you've got a baggy green?
Yeah, we just need to get a bit of a database.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If you've got a baggy green, send us in a photo.
Send us your email and a photo.
Send in a photo you wearing it and an email, and we will start getting this lunch together because it's going to be a doozy.
Yeah, we'll.
Got a story for you. I forgot.
What?
So Steph's mum of my mother-in-law of fucking thinks I'm not a handyman. Beautiful woman, lovely woman. Shout out to Marina. She had to go to the physio. She had something wrong with her back or something, so she was going to the physio. And I guess she must have been there a couple of times, but, she was in there sort of talking to the physio. Oh, yeah, my daughter Steph's at home with, and Evie must have been mentioned or some shit. She's also fucking Croatian, not broken English, but Croatian accent. And then she's like, oh, yeah, and then the physio goes, just quickly, my colleague fucking, don't know his name, let's just say Mark, is in the other room. He just had a question for you. Mark comes in from the other room and just goes, is your son-in-law Tom? She's like, yeah. Has he got a podcast? Yeah, Hello Sport. Just tell him I'm a dribbler. And I'm like, she sends a message going, again, she messages like in broken English. I'm at the physio and the physios want me to tell you he dribble, and like all these different spellings without spelling dribbler. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I'm like, does he mean dribbler? She's like, yes, like football dribbler. I'm like, no, it's not. It's fucking...
Same spelling,
different meaning. And the fact that he's talking to you right now, Marina, is defining why we call him dribbler. Like, that is why he is a dribbler. Because he is...
Well, he knew that he couldn't go, I'm a punter, because punters don't hit up in-laws at the physio, go and send him a message. That's what dribblers do.
Yeah, that's a dribbler move.
So he nailed the brief.
Yeah, shout out to that guy.
Shout out to him.
They're very funny that she's like, now Marina's getting recognised. So
that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I also love it.
I love it. It's ridiculous. Is that us?
Yep.
Boom.
Righto. Good podcast.
You look like you're dying. Live stream this Friday, podcast as usual this week. As we say, the Fletch interview is available on YouTube on our podcast channel. Download the SEN app to make sure that you can listen to the interviews when they go live. That's Wednesday at 8:30 on SEN 1170 and SENQ in Queensland, I believe. And then it's replayed on Sundays on SEN at midday. Thanks again to Brian Fletcher for coming on. He's a ledge. Thanks to our sponsors. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?